like, you need to find your brand, and do you know what your brand is? And I'm like, man, I don't have to pick a genre, and I'm not here to do all that. I'm here to do whatever I want to do. Don't give a damn about your comments, I'ma do my thing. Yes, you's a sucker because you don't ever do the same. Yeah, I got listeners in Mexico, even Japan. I am a simple country boy, at least they understand. Yeah, I got money, I got problems, all of the above. Don't look for deaths from your haters, cause they don't show the love. Don't conversate with the police, cause they be up to something. I work too hard for the things that I got, ain't losing nothing. My life's been up and down and up, that's how it goes. I ain't ashamed of my struggles, my man is good for soul. I've been raised up and cut out from a different cloth. I come from too good of people to be here living wrong. Keep your head on the swivel, this world's insanity. I walk around with cash like it's just $1,000 to me. Them people lurking or starving, whipping they Camry. You'll find me looking out for number one, that is this family. Yeah, I don't know, I just got into it really young, and then once it becomes what you do, you just always do that, when you have the time to do it. Don't give a damn about your comments, I'ma do my thing. Yes, you's a sucker because you don't ever do the same. Yeah, I got money, I got problems, all of the above. Don't look for dash from your haters, cause they don't show the love. Man, trust me, I got game to put me on the map. You want to win for Jacob in, cause I'm gonna run it back. I started music outside of school and I use it as a way to get through it, to clear my head and keep moving. I had to do it for me, and now I do it for free. Yo, we've been tied down for 2 years, now we the ones with degrees. This for all my people back home, working harder than back goes. I'ma hit you up when I'm back home, just know that y'all are my backbone. Call me Jake Jones while I'm on this. Jake Jones, I'ma call this. Great flows, I got a harness. Like ooh-wee, it's a hard fist, but not really when you're on the roll. It's tic-tac-toe when we on the road. From head to toe, she a beautiful soul, I never let you go, boo. Jake Jones, who? Jake Jones, 281-330-8004. Jake Jones, I'm on the low, cause Jake Jones about to blow.
All right. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, there's this little thing at the end here. Hold on.
In life is to find out who we are. You were intentionally created for a myriad of purposes. There are many things we can do with our lives, and I think it's our job to find out what those things are and to do them as well as we possibly can, so that we're passing along the right information.
All right. Whew. Hello, everybody, and welcome to some actually a game. Oh no! Stop. What are you doing? Sorry, I was checking to see, making sure the audio is going through and all that. Let's see. Yeah. No. Is it? It's not. Oh, I'm not in it yet.
Is it?
Okay, I was like sitting there watching. I was like, what's going on? Also, I'm going to turn on a fan. It's still insanely hot in Noco, Colorado. Let's see. And let's sit here, see how bad that... Yeah, it's all right. I mean, apologies for the fan noise, but yeah, I'm like sweating. So anyways, yeah, happy Friday, and here we are. So I'm actually switching it up and doing some camo grinding. I've been trying to get Interstellar on this, which is quite the bragging, right? That's not why I'm doing it. I just like the camo, but so actually I don't have it on this one. That's right. That's why I was like leveling it up, but I'm doing priceless for now. I gotta get priceless on more things, 11 more weapons, and then I can do Interstellar. So for those that don't know, I also like to ramble about projects and the status of things, because this is like a digital journal of sorts, documenting things. Also some safety net for myself to prove sanity throughout all the things. No, that'd be funny. All right, so with these, I'm finally getting some good progress on it. I mean, I've been doing good this whole year, but I think I actually might be close to starting the events. So, which I might even do in this. I mean, helping people with internet safety, and they do it on here. All right, let's see. So that's in tactical stance while affected by the tactical thing. Oh wait, I need to get this one. How close am I on this one? Yeah. Oh, 1. So I just got to kill one without damaging it, or without receiving damage. That's going to be pretty easy. And then this one, that's revenge kills. That's for gilded. What's this one? Oh, this is still forged. I got aim down sights and strafing. I don't know about that. Of course, we got this one. Oh, double kills in tac stance. All right, let's do it. I think we can at least get a couple. But yeah, no. So the projects. So a little background. I'm a computer scientist, white hat, ethical hacker. Don't do anything cool, and actually, I never really did much more than like social engineering and not really full-on catfishing, but I've seen it. Like I've watched, I've partaken in. It was kind of funny. Actually, I'll just go ahead and tell the story. So back in the StarCraft days, you know, it was an online chat room. You were talking with people from around the world, like from other countries and stuff, playing this video game. And like, you could even join other people's servers. It's like you go to like the Asia server, they just let you pick wherever. You're like, oh, I want to go play against Asia people. And like, you know, of course I didn't do that much, but like, anyways, and there's a lot of smack talk, and then there's a lot of sus talk, and, you know, so anyways. Let's do this. Whoa! I think it's... Oh yeah, there we go. Without the enemy damaging you with the battery. Okay, so now I can change it to this one. Just do double kills in tac stance. Wahaha!
Close one.
There you go.
They're on me.
So anyways, yeah. And the idea of the projects are, like, I've always been trying to work on helping people get into the tech field. And that was what I was originally streaming back in 2020, 2021, was I was trying to work on job, career services, job assistance, mentoring type stuff. Just kind of like help people be better in the tech field and be better with each other. Really, like, I mean, and there's a lot of people out there trying to help the cause. But I mean, the ACM, the Association for Computing Machinery, is actually a whole organization of people trying to help, like, just improve the general, like, everything about the tech world. Like, if you have happier people, like, more realistic expectations, managed expectations, there's a lot less workplace strife. So, there's a lot less workplace drama in general. If you have a more clear understanding of, well, everything, really. I mean, that's like, everything is important to be taken into consideration, but I mean, and also education of tech too. Like if you just know more about tech, then you can do your job better. Or, you know, say you didn't hire the right person that has all the experience that you want, but oh, was that a double kill? Yes, it was. All right, you know, how do you make your hire into a better worker and try to salvage your decision? And, you know, so, and really we all just want the best for everybody. I mean, deep down, like, everybody does. It might not seem like it, and people might be selfish or like too concerned about themselves to really, you know, help or even be fair and respectful to others. You can tell I have somebody in mind for all that. But anyways. So, anyways, gotta get the double kills, and this is hard, the tac stance. Yeah, that was one. So anyways, And the main areas, it's not just like the career assistance and doing better in your job and being better to your coworkers and whatnot, but also like things like affordable housing and mental health issues and like all of this stuff, or mental wellness. All of these things kind of tie into it. So, and like some of the projects are hippie farms. Oh, he just like disappeared. But hippie farms growing that cannabis and those wacky mushrooms, which are legal in Colorado, and they need places to hold wellness centers, stuff like that. Yeah. It's really easy to get rid of those. Ah! Oh, so anyways, and actually I'm gonna become a member of ACM again. You gotta pay to be a member once you're no longer. Oh god, huh? Unless I had summoning sickness or whatever. Those who play Magic. Yeah. That's what I think about your turret. Ooh. Oh. So anyways, and then there's like individual projects that's all my colleagues and I, like Gosh, the Global Online Safety Helpers. I have colleagues and friends all over the world ready to do that in their respected languages. And basically, like, we're going to try to pull volunteers from the public school systems of every country that we're affiliated with or we're in. And then, which like already off the bat I can say, let's see, a few in South and Central America, Germany, France. Coding Game is actually a great, kind of resource for recruiting people like that. But the problem is, you got to have something in hand before you start like going up that tree. And that's where like, dang it, I don't think that counted. Might have been a double kill, but I wasn't in tac stance. I was in zap stance. So, and it happens. I don't know. I'm blind. Ah. So, but anyways, yeah, the Global Online Safety Helpers. That's just like an upkeep of society. Like, so I did a cybersecurity boot camp that was taught by a military, a veteran of military intelligence. 10 years. 10 years he was there, at least. I think he's actually still in. But either way, he knew his stuff, and he knew like how to stay safe and maintain. Security from malicious actors all around the world and, stateside. We got plenty of people that would do harm locally, and like, none of it's good. Even if you think it's good, like hacktivism and stuff, that's one thing we studied is like, you might think that your cause is righteous and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what, bud? That's holy war. I mean, they think their cause is righteous, yet, that's where all the death's coming from. So, how righteous is it? I don't know. And honestly, I think at this point, and this might sound un-American, like, a lot of it is defensive. Like, I remember I was all riled up to go kill some people over in the Middle East after 9/11. I watched that movie too, my buddy. And like, we were like, yeah, let's go mess him up. I mean, he actually stayed. I washed out, but like, I washed out very quickly, like a week. So, I mean, no glory, no valor at all. In fact, I actually got punked. I was on the bus back. And this dude ripped the ticket out. And I even saw what he did. I was like, yo, I need that ticket to get to the next place. That's an interruption of my tickets. And he's like, no, you're good. You're fine. And like, and I just kind of trusted him. But he was saying it nicely. But now, after I realized what happened, like later on, like he took the ticket to make me have to find another way home. Like it invalidated the train of tickets that I had. Like, I don't know, riding a bus is weird. So, but anyways, I got to fly home. Cost my family money that we didn't really have, but whatever, I was getting back. But, some dishonor and no glory. But, no. That's not why I do this. I do this because his dad before him solved problems. So, and there's some pretty good problems to solve. And it's attainable, too. That's what's wild. Like, I mean, now with communication technology, you can organize and rally, like, countless people for good causes. The trick is you got to be completely transparent and completely infallible. Like, not infallible, that's not the right word, but like unblemished. So I guess that kind of goes with total transparency and like. So, and I already assume that the U.S. government knows everything I'm doing. Like, I mean, I was told that I was on a watch list after taking one security class, and like, so the Colorado Bureau of Investigation have a list with my name on it for certain training. And then, well, and the fact that I washed out, I mean, I did go to the Marines for like all of a week, but still, like, I intended to be a killing machine, and with that came training and gun proficiencies. I grew up shooting a lot of guns. I was actually pretty good. Not to toot my horn too much, but like, you know, 'cause I don't know, call it like, I might still be on the spectrum or something. I haven't been tested. Definitely got the ADHD. But it's just got to be like, if you're told to do something, you do it the way you're told and don't deviate. Like, you know, clarify, which is what I had to learn along the ways. And shooting is no different. Like, you learn where to put the bead, and you put the bead there every time. Now, you don't move. Like, some people will try to overcorrect a recoil, and so they'll, like, move, and they'll, like, point the gun down. I did this until I figured it out. But, like, you know, and that's also, like, shooting higher caliber weapons. Like, 45 ACP was what I was shooting, and that's a handgun that... It's 50 cents a bullet. I know, because my dad would say that every time we'd go shooting, he'd be like, damn, this dang old thing is 50 cents a bullet. And like, you know, and that was back in the 90s when 50 cents went further. Like, you could get some candy or something. Now it's like, you know, maybe get parking for a half hour. Dang it, I wasn't patient enough. But anyways, yeah, good at shooting, good at exercise, good at using the least amount of force and escalating up as necessary, but taking your time. You know, and that's what all law enforcement stuff, and I was trying to do for that too. But like, still a soldier in the war on drugs, for the drug side, and be an officer. I mean, there's a whole law enforcement against prohibition. I'm not saying I want everybody out to go out and use drugs, I don't. But I want people to be safe, and they're going to party and explore and experiment, regardless of what you say or do. And I don't want them dying off of fake stuff, like, or dangerous stuff, you know. So, in that right, yes, I think I do want to aspire to be the biggest drug dealer in the world. But not really. It's me and a whole bunch of friends, like, and that's not the friend group that, like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are in similar circles, but the circle I'm talking about is a tech, nerdy group of people, and still from all walks of life. Oh, India, definitely, I forgot India. I got a few over there, a few friends that, we don't talk much. I gotta figure that out. And like one particular, he was my cab driver when I was in Mumbai, and we talked for a while, and like, we even talked about Hydras, the cross-dressers and transgender folk over there. That was cool. I learned about that in anthropology and like how they were around for like thousands of years. So this whole trans issue nowadays is just nonsense. Like, you know, it's manufactured outrage. Oh wait, hold on. I want to stop loading in because I want to swap this out. This is one of my favorites. It's so ridiculous. Alright, so I gotta get 2 outbreak kills without dying. Easy work, light work. Let's do a forged. I like the guild. Or actually, no. Talk. Oh, wait. Do the Joker hammer? Yeah, buddy. Okay. So, anyways, and I might actually still work for the military as a contractor. Like, one day in my life. I mean, I love my job right now. You know, I don't want any changes there. But, like, if I did have to take a change or for the next chapter, because I don't know. I mean, I still got, what, like a good 20 years in my career. Maybe I'll spend it all. I don't know. But, like, I was approached to apply to a contractor job for IT, and it was like, it's like $140,000. It was like 135 realistically. But I mean, I think that would be really cool too, because like I was taught by someone who did military IT and cybersecurity stuff, and like he was just so fascinating, and he knew so much, and like, you know, and with all those resources. Granted, I don't agree with war in general, so like I'd be using that least amount of force principle to try to help those in charge avoid conflict altogether. You know, figuring out a way to disarm would-be adversaries without ever firing a shot. Granted, because I can't actually have a weapon right now. So I'll do it on the video game.
Our counter UAV is active. Friendly SAE on the way. Friendly UAV online.
It's right here. Yeah, there's 2 without dying. Bink! This thing is so brutal. But you gotta time it just right. Which I struggle with. What? Okay. So anyways, yeah, the Gosh are actually like IT people. Oh, wait, sorry, the cab drivers, Hydras. That's right. We saw some some people that was suspected might be Hedras or fit that description, and they were out, looking for some business and some dates, which I think we should really legalize that too. I definitely have the Dolomite stance of Snoop Dogg, Top Dog, No Limit. That skit that he did with Dolomite. Yes! Listen. Oh, it's so good. Like, it's so good. He's like, how do I stand on marijuana? Very high, baby, very high. How do I stand on prostitution? I don't stand on it. I lay on it. I'm gonna legalize selling. It's so good. And it's true. I think that we could end most predation crimes if we legalized adult sex work. Like, I mean, we got to destigmatize it because prostitution is such a derogatory word. GTA definitely did help, like putting the idea of like you pay a hooker and then you kill them, like get your money back. That's a pretty morbid thing, and everybody says so too. Like, I mean, and everybody's done it. Like, everyone I know that when you try playing GTA, it's like one of the first things you do is you see what it's like to pick up a lady of the evening and go and rock the car, and then kill her and take the money back. I mean, most people only do it once though, and that's like the refreshing thing is I've seen the humanity in people's eyes when they actually like do that. They're like, oh, well, that's kind of messed up, or they don't, and then you got to kind of watch that person a little better. They're like, all right, bud, I'll see you. So, anyways, I need a Mountain Dew. I got the American Mountain Dew. Oh shoot, none of them are in the fridge. I got so many because they make you. I'm a real fan of this Baja Mountain Dew now. Check it out. Like, it's citrus, poblano, tropical punch. Just kidding. Poblano's like a spicy pepper. So, but anyways, if we did the Dolomite answer, we could fix most predation crimes. And what I mean by that is, from my experience with, people on both sides of the bars, seeing what child predators are like, they're generally timid, they're generally pathetic, and they can't get their needs met in normal ways. So they prey on minors. So, and especially, I follow quite a few of these PDF watch content creators. And same thing, you can see it. Like, if the guys that go and they arrange a fake meet, catfishing, doing some social engineering, pretending to be an underage boy or girl, and then they convince the person to show up, and they meet them when they have their cameras out, and everybody's got a cell phone, which is a camera now, which is awesome. And I think they have better quality cameras, actually, now that I think about it. But anyways, you look at the person, the perpetrator, the one that was coming there to commit a crime, and those are real crimes. Like, prohibition, that's not a crime. I mean, and I'll argue that all the way to the top of the FBI. IDA, GAF, prohibition is illegal, unconstitutional. But anyways, I'm not breaking the law either, though. Thankfully, Colorado is a recreational cannabis state and natural psychedelics, which was actually introduced for our veteran population. And I have a lot of veterans in my family. Not myself, again. I haven't doing nothing. But, I mean, I intend to as a civilian. There's global online safety helpers. I was inspired by my instructor from the military intelligence sector that he made some really good points. And he also said, I mean, he didn't say, like, go do drugs and you'll be fine. Like, he was still saying, crime is crime. No! Come on! I wasn't flashed. I was lazy. I wasn't paying attention. I was focusing on what I was saying. But anyways, actually, let me finish the thought with the PDF catchers and stuff. So they show up, and like the person that's trying to diddle the kid shows up, and they look pathetic. They look like they are like probably really hard to get a date, and even if so, they've got to set their standards like to the floor. Not trying to be superficial, and everybody's beautiful in their own way, but there are still, at the end of the day, physical attractions that you can rate on scales for yourself, and those change over time. Me particularly, I like the thicker women because I just like the idea of that I'm actually, I'm actually going hard and like not going to hurt them, which in reality, it ain't that deep, guy. Like, I mean, you're not really doing anything too crazy, so is what I need to tell myself. But a type, everybody has a type. Child predators develop a type of children because they're easier to convince to get a date. And cheaper too, I imagine. I mean, candy and stuff versus like a full-on dinner. I'll tell you what, I took a lady out to this fish place in Denver. This was back in like early 2000s, 2004 I think, 2005. $80. $80 for fish and frickin' just fish. Right, and we went to the Hilton, and that was like another $150 for like a night, for 2 nights. So, and now I guess, you know, even Super 8's like $100. But either way, it costs a lot of money. Now, and again, I'm not trying to condone Jesus Christ. I would personally break the legs of a child predator without a sweat. Happy to do it. If I didn't, you know, if it was legally allowed. But, you know, I would rather prevent it from ever happening in the first place. And that's preventative blue teaming, which is actually the field that I'm most interested in for cybersecurity, is just to disarm the would-be malicious actor before they do the malicious act. Like, everybody wins. You know, you don't do the thing, you don't get in trouble for the thing, you don't get oofed for the thing, like, you know, stuff like that. And again, the thing is more like murder and child predation, and that's what my instructor taught us. Like, that's what the feds and the government are, like, really looking for. I mean, of course they're looking for the drugs and stuff, which is, you know, again, as long as it's not like meth and heroin, those are really the only two, and crack. Crack's not great either, but like, I mean, all movie stars and musicians have done blow at least once. I mean, it's naive to think that they haven't. I mean, and they've done it in college, all college students do it at least once. It's like the new weed. I mean, and honestly, as long as you don't go overboard, and that sometimes happens if it's laced with meth or heroin, so, or opiates in general. Which is ironic because I actually have a friend who died from prescription opiate addiction that led to, like, street-grade heroin addiction. Because that was cheaper and available versus trying to find somebody with actual oxycodone, or, oxys, which were, like, the most severe. Those are expensive, too, like, 50 cents a milli, like, you get a 40 milligram pill. That thing's $20 for one pill. Talk to anybody who does anything else, $20 a week, that's like a whole bag, like, or well, that's like still shy of a half-eighth, but I mean, that's like one finger across the bottom of a Ziploc, and then half of that, I'd actually say. About, I mean, and of course it doesn't all weigh the same, and people pull shenanigans too. My God, I've met some real shenanigan folk. Oh wait, I need to get that soda out of the freezer, it's gonna explode. Alright, hold on. It's going to be a little warm, but that's alright. It's Mountain Dewski. Oh, and that's actually pretty fun. So there was a time that I had to live in a certain place, and I was able to leave, and then I had to come back. But I'd get on my longboard, and I would go get like 3 or 4 12-packs of Mountain Dew, like all when they had all the different flavors and varieties and stuff, and then I'd go back and sell it in the place that I live. No license, no liquor license. I'm just kidding. Oh, I was stuck. But I mean, it was a good racket, and now the reason I have so many now is because it's like they're buy one get one free if you get 3 of them at $12, like $1 soda. So now they're 50 per on my cost, but so like I would still sell them for like 75 or $1 now, and that would still be a steal for like convenience of having them, because that was also the other thing, is like I was kind of not given special privilege, but they definitely looked the other way on a few things because I didn't give them such a hard time. And like, you know, people are people. Like, you're never gonna pay someone enough to be completely loyal, but when I say loyal, I mean disloyal to humanity. So, and I'm not condoning like crime in prisons or anything, but I know a lot of people that have to live that life, and you know, on either side of the bars. Oh. And you know, and the corrections officers or the guards, no, they hate being called that, don't call them that. But like the correctional officers, they're in prison too. Like they gotta stay there and watch you all day. They don't do anything. They watch you, they make sure you don't hurt people, they make sure you don't do something stupid. You know, flush your sheet or something, or you know, like try to hang yourself or stab a celly or something. Like all the crazy nonsense that people have to go through. Like, they chose the job. Oh yes, that's 2. That's 3. Oh my gosh. No! I think he was like waiting for me. Oh, he heard me, okay. Oh, that's fine. I'm almost there. No! Oh, okay. Alright. Whew. So anyways, the Global Online Safety Helpers, jeez, that's like the civilian project to try to help everybody increase their online cybersecurity posture. So that's going to be mostly volunteers, but I do have a few colleagues that could run classes or like they're like classes or meetup groups or like just voluntary spaces, like Google Meets or Zoom or WebEx. I almost said WebMD, and that doesn't sound right. All right, let's see. How close are we on this? All right, 2 operator kills without dying. 9 more times. Let's go. So, but anyways, and I'm just talking stuff like, in fact, well, I was gonna say my GitHub website is alexryan719.github.io. That's it. I try to do all my stuff as a variation of like that, like A-Rye, and then I'll even do like a number from where I'm at the time. Although 719 is not where I'm at from right now. So I mean, I don't know where I'm representing from. I'm from Buena Vista, BV. People might call it Buena Vista, and I would say that's wrong. I mean, it is Spanish, but we don't pronounce it Spanish up there. Not for any racist thing. It's just what it's called. I mean, you don't call Los Angeles, Los Angeles. Except for Cypress Hill, which I thought that was really interesting, and I learned that a long time ago. Like, Los Angeles. I liked it when they said it, and that made sense. I was like, you know what, it is Spanish, so I can see why people would want to correct BV. But it's not. Until Los Angeles is Los Angeles by everybody, Buena Vista is not going to be Buena Vista. That said, I'll go back to what I said earlier. I have quite a few friends and colleagues from Central and South America that are on these projects, so it's definitely not a racist thing. In fact, the communal housing project is actually aimed at intercepting as many of the... Oh! I keep killing them too fast. But at intercepting the deportations. Like, I mean, clearly we're late on a bunch of them. Can't fix that. But, like, so, and let me back up a little bit. So there's this company called Fading West. It's a non-profit construction company up in Buena Vista. They say Buena Vista too, you betcha. But anyways, but they build housing projects, and they go, like, they're prefab in a warehouse, and then they go and they install them on site. And Governor Polis like broke ground at one that was a housing development for public school employees, which is a definite need for, you know, affordable housing. Like they don't make a lot of money. Public school staff are broke. We need to fix that. So, but either way, well, and we can fix it in one of 2 ways. We can make everything cheaper, or we can give them more money. You know, either way, you're closing that gap. And you know, and that's like Republicans try to like stop taxing so many things, and Democrats try to buy and provide things for people because they don't trust the existing institutions like churches and religious organizations to completely fix the problems. Whereas, you know, and that's basically in a nutshell American politics. I mean, like one side thinks, you know, Jesus says this, even though they ignore a lot of the stuff, or they'll look the other way, we'll say. Oh, that was almost 2 of them. Oh, bink. I love this thing. This is so crazy. It's like, I mean, and I would never want to do this in real life. Okay, that's a lie. If somebody hit me, you know, and I was given full lethal authority, and that was the thing. I actually got into a tussle, and I had weapons, and I had to hold myself back. Or I had to hold myself back. I was livid though. This dude tried to choke me out, and I almost passed out. I thought I was gonna die. Like, I had a near-death experience. I was like, what just happened? I was triggered. Like, hey, what's up, KB Wavy? I was just talking about how I beat up a serial predator in college. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? It was good times, good times. So actually, no, I was talking about the project. So I like to ramble on these things and talk about these side projects that I'm working on with some buddies. Things like helping the general public with their cybersecurity posture, holding predators accountable, and that was actually kind of like in a MySpace style. Like, I don't know, and that's not completely fair. Like, I mean, the bigger thing is preventative policing and to stop things from happening in the first place. And that's where I was talking about the Dolomite answer from Snoop Dogg, Top Dog No Limit of the 90s. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. So, and I'm very adamant about it. I was raised by women, Like, I'm not a big churchgoer now, but I had to up until high school, and like I was raised by women there. I thought it was a lesbian pastor, but that was just because she kept her hair cut short and she liked a lot of rainbow scarves. And so I was like, okay, you know, because I had a lesbian music teacher, and she was awesome. She was very happy with her girlfriend, and then unfortunately it was only girlfriend because it was the 90s. It wasn't legal back then, but yeah, and then that's how I learned if a preacher can be a lesbian, that's totally fine. I mean, and that made sense. So I was like, all right, Jesus says that's cool. So, but it was a Methodist church, and it turns out she does have a husband. I got that one wrong. So, but either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, but the serial predator, so the one that I beat up in college, actually it was kind of a wash. Like, nobody really won. But he was 6'7", 250 pounds. He had this plan that he did with his frat called the switcheroo, where they would spike women's drinks and then switch and prey on the other victim, so they could honestly tell the police that they did not drug the woman, but they did assault them. And he got caught on 2 recorded phone calls. I like to think that one of the ladies was a lady that I actually talked to when I got back out of jail, because I bonded out. I was the one that went to jail, even though he started the fight. He came walking down the stairs, and I was drinking a 40. I'd just taken some acid. And I was like hanging out with some gangbangers and stuff, and I was like, oh, so. And he started mouthing off, and I was like drinking my 40 and smoking a cigarette, and I was like, yo, this and that. I called him out for stealing from me because he stole some things. I called him out for talking behind my back, and then I was like, and most of all, your dang switcheroo. And of course, he and I were the only ones that really knew what I was talking about there. But that triggered him, and he punched me, and he was just like, I get 6'7", 250. I'm about 6 foot, more like 5'11", like we went over in those memes. Now I'm 250, but at the time I was barely pushing 2. So, and this dude just came and laid one big old hit down on me. And then when we started swinging at each other, and I picked him up and slammed him against the bike rack. And I kept slamming him against the bike rack. He actually had an imprint of a bike tire on his back when the cops were like checking us over at the end. And then we got a couple good hits in, and then he started choking me out. And so then I was like flailing like a fish. I thought I was gonna die. And I was all bleeding from my nose and my chin, and that's why I thought, I was like, no way am I gonna get, you know, in trouble for this. And it was self-defense, which it was. And if I had stopped right there, the cops would have said just self-defense. But I didn't stop. He dropped me from that headlock, and then I ran into my room. I grabbed a butterfly knife and a baseball bat, and I got back out, and I was like, so what's up then? I started like, you know, and he's like freaking out. And then it was my ex-girlfriend that he happened to have run into, and he was sleeping with, to try to piss me off. I mean, he was doing all sorts of things, and she didn't know what she had gotten into. She was up from the mountains too, and so I was like, anyway. And then my buddy tackled me and took the butterfly knife, because he didn't want that to be happening. He was like, no, dude, don't do that. And so then I was like, all right, fine. I took the baseball bat, and I was like, and actually I don't even want to do this either. So then I turned to the TV, which was a point of contention between him and I, and then I started trying to break that. I broke the dang bat in half. Like, it was one of those big old box TVs, and so the baseball bat snapped. It was just a cheapo aluminum Walmart bat, but I mean, still pretty impressive. And then he fled. He ran out of the house. I followed him. I smashed a couple 40s and tried to, walk up on him and that. But I've always lived by the least amount of force principle. I was still just so mad because I thought I was going to die. I was triggered, bloodthirsty red. But at the same time, I was still having to be on my best behavior, and I knew the consequences of if I actually did any of that. So even in the moment, and the acid was starting to kick in. So I threw those down. We yelled at each other. He left. I stole a bunch of his stuff to make up for him stealing from me, and I hid it out at a undisclosed location to be retrieved later. And then that's when he came back and saw that the house was empty. We were industrious people. Plus, the dude was a rapist, man. No love for rapists, but just kidding. I shouldn't steal from people, and I was going to give it back. But then I had to go to jail because the cops came, and even though it was self-defense, they even said so at the place. I had just escalated it, and then the theft and the criminal mischief. At very least, it was criminal mischief, but they thought it was full on. I just robbed everything he had. I robbed my stuff too. That's why it turned out to not be theft or anything, and I did bring most of it back, but had to pay for what the other dude started selling it. He thought I did rob a bunch of stuff, and he was like, all right, I'm going to sell this. I was in jail. I couldn't tell him not to. So, whoops. But anyways, when I got out of jail, I talked to a lady, and I was explaining to them what happened, because I was also the resident assistant at this apartment complex. And so, and I partied with a bunch of them, and I knew a bunch of them, and like, they were curious as to why I was in jail and what the big fight was. Like, it was pretty big for our complex. And so then I tell them, I was like, yeah, my roommate's been raping people with his frat, the Pi Kappa Alpha of Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, from 2009 to 2012. I like to just throw that out there in case there are any victims out there still, and the police are looking. I finally did the right thing. I was so nervous talking to the cops. I mean, because I got in really big trouble for that. Like, I tried to stab my roommate. Like, they did not like that. At least the story. Once everybody shared their story and they realized that I was just intimidating, I just got hit with felony menacing. Butterfly knife is illegal. I didn't know that. I bought it in Denver from an Asian store. And so, like, whoops, they didn't know either, I guess. You know, I'm going to guess. But, and plus, that was earlier on. I've had it for a while. But, like, never took it out. Never really needed to. Until I thought I was going to get choked to death. So, you know, and I think they understood that, too. Like, the dude was huge. And he had a pair of brass knuckles that I had confiscated from him. Like, already big, lurchy mofo. Like, and he, bink. He was threatening some of the neighboring residents. I was friends with the security that would walk, and I was technically security for our complex. We were smaller, and like, I was really just supposed to call the cops if anything happened. People calling my phone, they're so fighting. Yeah, it's me. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. But anyways, so I told him, and one of the girls was like, I think he did that to me. And I was like, go to the cops. Tell the police everything I just said, you know, but I can't talk to them because I was selling a lot of weed and mushrooms at the time. So, like, you know, I was kind of a criminal myself, and quote-unquote criminal, which today I would just got hit by a tax evasion and not being licensed. Of course, if it was today, I would get licensure, and that's actually the plan for the hippie farms. But, in fact, I'm actually going to be talking to Zappy. He's a professional clinic for wellness for natural psychedelics, and he's recruiting people for these classes to be both clinicians and the business distributors of them. So all the legalities in and out. I might not actually be able to directly participate because of my record, and that's fine. Like, I haven't been able to get into the cannabis realm, but I have plenty of friends that do, and so I'll still do all the other work up until it actually involves any actual cannabis. That's fine, and it's all volunteering for me anyway, because I got a different day job. Doing IT. I do a very boring desk job, and yeah, but I do it well. So, anyways. But yeah, as far as the Predator, though, I actually talked to him. He told me that 2 women caught him on recorded phone calls by the police. And he also told me he only got 5 years probation for 2 counts of rape. Yeah. That's insane. So, like, he confessed to raping 2 women that were drugged, and he knew they were drugged. That's the thing, is like, he admitted on the phone that he knew that they were under the influence of day rape drugs. Wow, that guy, ooh. So anyways, so I went and talked to the police. I told them everything about that. I also told him about this bet that he had with me, that he could sleep with 100 women his freshman year, and he didn't have to live on campus for freshman year for some reason, whatever. Like the rest of us did, and this was at CSU in Fort Collins. And they kicked us both out. They were just like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, what are you 2 doing? I mean, me, because I just went, like, absolutely crazy. And they had his word and not mine for the longest time. So they just drew their conclusions with that. And I actually had to meet with a bunch of, like, police detectives and school officials to get back let back in. And I did, and I graduated and all that. And so I actually served as a treasurer for the Association of Computing Machinery CSU chapter. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I wasn't really all that bad of a guy. I just happened to dabble in black markets that are now legal, so no violence. I mean, if anything, I was the security that was preventing violence. You know, drove for two professional dancers, and I was technically security for them too. And that, yeah, Dolomite, legalizing adult sex work would actually end, or at least drastically reduce predation. Both from people like the jock boy Brock Turner style, the ones that just get a pass like that, or they, you know, discredit the victims or whatever method they do, switcheroo like that. But yeah, oh, and then the dude, he bet me a bottle of vodka he could sleep with 100 women. The last number I remember was 76 before we got into that fight. So 76 women. Of those women, I'm sure some were lies. He probably padded those numbers. But say out of 50, maybe 10, 15 were raped. 2? One's too much. I mean, that's my stance on it. But and then while I was in jail, I think he did that to my ex that I had just broken up with, but I still had big feelings for. So you best believe that I was ready to go talk to him after I got out. But I mean, I had to keep there was a restraining order, and they were definitely watching me at that point if they weren't already. So, yep. So yeah, nice to meet you and all that. No, and I ramble about that on here because I mean I'm not going to let that go. I forgive him, but I'll never forget that. And I don't think 5 years probation is nearly long enough for the assault of 2 women that were defenseless and vulnerable, possibly 3, and that third one being someone very close to me. So, I mean, I'm not going to hurt him. I'm definitely not going to kill him, and I can't hurt him because I don't want to go back. I got kids now. I can't go to jail again. Just kidding. I've never been to prison, but jail a few times. It happens. And really, I got 30 days for that because they found mushrooms in the house. In his room, by the way. But, I mean, he was drying them for me, so. But, and I copped to him. I was like, yeah, those are mine. And then I let them get into my briefcase that had 2 fake guns. Again, never needed to use them. It was just, not a thing. It was just there if I needed. I confiscated his brass knuckles, so those were in my briefcase. And so they charged me with that. And I was like, come on, man, these are his. And I even had witnesses, and I think that's why they dropped that, is because, I had people come forward that said, no, yeah, he was, threatening people with those. Those are definitely his. So, anyways. And everybody knew me around there. All the security knew me pretty well. I'd chat with them quite a bit. And then they'd come to me and be like, hey, this needs to happen. All right. And then I would, politely and elegantly tell people that we need to disperse the party, or especially if there was, something crazy or dangerous going on. I was there one time. That kid jumped off the roof and didn't make it into the pool. He landed on the side. And it's funny enough, I was watching the pikes. They were there. There were some Pi Kappa Alphas there, and I was trying to spy on them and just kind of get back into well, I was never in their circle. In fact, they were pretty leery of me. I gave them some hard looks sometimes at some of the things that they said and did. It was just weird. Womanizers. I mean, people that treated women like objects. I'm just not really comfortable with that. But I was sitting there drinking margaritas out of a bucket with some dudes with sombreros with the pike tattooed on their arms. And then this kid tried to climb, or he did climb to the roof, and they were 3 stories high. There was a first level, a second level, and a third level. And he tried to jump into the pool, and he didn't make it. He hesitated at the last second, and he landed on the side of the pool, and he shattered his legs. His pelvis was shattered, all of this bad stuff. And it sucked because, they closed the pool for the rest of the summer. And I'm like, yeah, that sucks for him. He got hurt. He's being an idiot. But, he's lucky he didn't die or something worse. Lose a leg. Actually, I don't know what happened to him. He could very well be, in a wheelchair or something. So that's kind of not good to say. But still. Oh, no. Ah! I didn't even see him yet. Must have just spawned in. Yep. Nope. Ah! That was ridiculous. I'm the grimace. I'm gonna get you. Pink. So, yeah, I don't know. And then, the other projects are, getting gaming systems to orphans and kids that lost a parent. I've got 2 friends that died and left behind kids, and so, that's my first goal. Get them, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, whatever the most recent one is. But they gotta earn it, too. It's gotta be through merit. Otherwise, it's not a very... gifts are tricky. You can't really just give people all the stuff, and that's what we're finding out with basically all these things, but if you have them work for it and earn it, they're going to respect it a lot more, they're going to treat it a lot better, and they're going to pass that on to other people, because they're going to see the importance of hard work. And And it could be as simple as like Duolingo. I mean, you learn another language and you show that you have a certain proficiency to someone, and maybe you get a gaming system. I mean, maybe some like typing tutor or keyboarding, or coding. Like if you are able to get a certain rank on coding game or Code Wars. So, yeah, I got the priceless. All right, let's go for. Yeah, that's fine. I need to switch weapons. So, alright. Oh. Yeah. So anyways, and then the housing too. Housing for the immigrants that have been deported. That's a pretty big deal right now, and we already, like, I mean, it's taken forever. I've talked to Fading West, the company that builds the prefab houses. I've worked this out with Grok and Gemini. I mean, while I don't like AI for a lot of things like stealing art and stuff like that, I definitely use it a lot for arguing with people with politics and religion on things like the X app, and that's actually more of like the cybersecurity, social engineering for good, not the negative, like malicious one kind, but preventative blue teaming to fix communication and understanding of perspectives. And in doing so, I think I can alleviate a lot of actual danger and threats through assimilation. Like, and not just me. There's like a whole army of me out there. In fact, we got people from the Middle East. We got people from Russia. We've got people from China. Like, I mean, we got hippies from all over, and that's the best way to describe it, is hippies. People that like weed. I mean, that think weed should be legal and just regulated. Everything should be legal and heavily regulated so people are safe. If they want to be idiots, they go on vacation to designated areas and they take the shenanigans out there. And I think everybody could get along. Oh god, that's not the stim. But I think everybody could get on board with that, especially if we end predation. Again, through the Dolomite answer of legalizing adult sex work to alleviate the positions. And yeah, or alleviate the targets of would-be predators and just make it much easier. You gotta make it economically viable too. Like, you can't price it out and gate because then people are gonna go to black market. Well, let's talk about Texas too. So I used to be a big fan of South Park Mexican, Carlos Coy. He's a great rapper, great hip-hop, terrible person, slept with a 12-year-old. So, I was so conflicted. Like, I mean, and so we used to listen to that everywhere, and like he was down and all that. He was gangster, but and it was good music. I mean, but apparently, according to him, they had 12-year-olds dancing in the strip clubs in Texas. So there's a lot of questions about that, and a lot of concerns about how I was only hearing about that when I was looking into Carlos Coy and like his parole and everything. Because I think he could be really instrumental to the projects, and also a savior to child molesters. And I'll explain that a little bit more. From more of the like ethical of killing people, like not doing an eye for an eye, but working in ways that. Well, and also that's kind of how we got to use kid gloves with old Donald, because he's not going to just hand himself over and get executed, you know, and confess to anything he did with the Epstein stuff. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's inertia and it's self-preservation. Like, human nature is going to try to keep yourself alive no matter what. And I think he was just championing or praising a bill that Florida passed that would execute child predators. Like, and I'm not necessarily against it, but like, it's the death. And anybody who's responsible for taking that life runs the risk of PTSD themselves. And that person, like, maybe we can fix it. Maybe the brain and legalizing things and, you know, like, and then there's the other thing where it's like people get hit with child predation if they do, like, what was it? I think there's a lot of Democrats pushing for, like, a 4-year law where, like, if the person was within 4 years of the victim or the minor, then it wouldn't be, like, as serious. I think it was still, like, illegal and it would still carry, like, jail time. But, so it's still a crime to be deterred, but it lessened it from, like, like the other category of like a 12-year-old versus like a 17, not quite 18. I mean, now I'd say like 18 to 25 is still way too young for myself anyway. Like, I'm getting old. Like, I don't want to deal with that drama. And they do it too young. It's like, I feel like I should be dropping you off to soccer practice with one of your, like, friend's parents or something. You're, like, the older sibling of my own kids. Like, so, like, but the people make mistakes. I mean, maybe people are desperate. Maybe they really can't get a date and, like, they're 18 and, I mean, still anything less than 16, I feel like is just, like, absolutely insane for anybody. And, like, nobody should be doing that. Myself included, I was 14, but she was 14 or 15. So. Or no, wait.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah, that was that one. And then, yeah, when I was driving, and that's why I say, like, once you're, like, old enough to be trusted with driving and transporting yourself, then it's kind of a little different. It's almost to be expected, like, a kid's gonna be a kid. They're gonna drive somewhere, like, out of prying eyes. Like, you can't monitor that, you know, every step of the way. Or at least not and salvage the relationship with the family. But yeah. But then, like, when you're talking about, like, what Donald did when he was, like, 30 or 40 with, like, allegedly, we gotta keep saying that until, but with, like, Epstein and stuff, that was, like, that's where it's, like, hella illegal and hella wrong. So, but again, they're not gonna confess. They're gonna just get killed. Like, they're not gonna take that deal. So, enter in the Chafee Accord. The Chafee Accord is an agreement proposed agreement to where war criminals and child predators of that nature would go on exhibition and be roasted, basically. It'd be like a Comedy Central roast, but only from the victims and anyone, like, close to the victims that the victims approve of. And then I think they would actually get, oh wait, snap, we gotta change this out. But I think they would get better closure. Oh, is that all? Okay, I mean, so now I gotta get, like, sorry, let's see. But I think that would actually, like, yield better. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh, I love pistols. Okay, hold on, we gotta, wait, no, we're gonna soup this up. Hold on, stop back. Oh wait. No, dang it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave. Sorry, yes, leave the lobby. Okay. So I want fast. Oh, a Kimbo would be good, but aim down sight speed. Nah, not a stock. Trigger action, fire rate, and trigger response time. Laser, aiming stability, aim down sight speed. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Barrel, the long barrel. Oh no, we could do a snub. No, but I want the boom. The cannon. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Muzzle. Alright. So, but anyways. Actually, maybe I don't need a muzzle. Underbarrel, yeah, there's these things. Where is it? This one. Yeah. Okay, ammunition. Let's get that heavy hitting. Yeah, I don't need the laser. Alright. Oh, and a magnified scope attachment. Oh, okay. We'll get forged. Oh, wait, no. Ah, I'm missing a perfect opportunity. We're going to do the Joker camo. Alright. Big fan of the Joker. So, anyways. That's the basis of the projects, is to affordable housing, education for cheap or free, giving tech devices to everyone. Oh, that's another thing. Using the Red Key USB to wipe computers and phones. Anybody can do it. And I've already got 7 computers out and 11 phones. The phones I donated from my work, which I keep separate from all this for obvious reasons. But yeah. If we can get a tech device to all the families with children and then extend it, and like phones are better for the housing insecure and the homeless, it really helps with how they can basically navigate the whole process. Like find housing, find rehabilitation centers if they need that, find job resources, actual jobs, check in with their probation or parole officers if they have that going on. And basically do anything that we can to help negate the prison issue that we have in this country. I gotta get 5 more of those. Also, I'm doing the soul renderer here. Maybe I should do that for a bit. 15 upper kills from behind. Oh no, I'm doing the pistol. That's right. I got the pistol with the magnified attachment. So whoops. I need to change. Let's do that. So the optic. Let's do this one. Okay. Actually, how long have we been? Oof, right at an hour. Hold on, I'm going to take a little break ski. I'm going to put on some Jacob Lyle. This is my buddy who told me I could use his music for the streams. Although I've actually had a few people say that I could use their music for the streams. It's just, like, if they're, like, actually on, like, YouTube or something that you got to pay for. I want to listen to Jake Jones again, but let's do Blue Moon, and then it might be advertisements. Let's see. Oh, no, there we go. So, I'll be right back. I'm just going to step outside for a second.
99 of the defense, after he tackled the quarterback, he's giving him business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
I walk back in the store, was it too soon? You might wanna listen to the new tunes. I put the link to the paper, it'll bring it to the haters. I'll be choking on the flavor, turn up look good. Welcome to the Blue Moon. You can check it out on YouTube. And who knew that even YouTube connected to your Bluetooth? Dude, I'm honestly the truth. And tell like what the news do. Just take a booze cruise in the Pepper Road. Introduce me to the beach and the culture and the food. I wanna see the world, I'm a vulture for the food. They got wanna say I'm lazy, but it's far from the truth. Yeah, I've had to grind to get nowhere. And it's kinda like the world, man, it's no fair. I've been thinking about this kid. Wait, so don't stare. I'm trying to stay alive in this world that I'm living in. Now I'm getting live with my girl today in a bit. Money on my mind, still looking for a hint of it'll never know why. Everybody call me even now. I'm gonna hold it back for a minute, gotta let it go. Couple thousand plays with my name, now I'm gonna boast. I'm full of edibles in Colorado, medical. Put it in your lungs, hit this whole thing, can't let it go. Dude, like, where's the pizza, man? I'm not saying another damn word until you get some pizza over here. Y'all are slave driving me in this studio. I'm chilling till I get some pizza. Oh, you think it's funny? I am not playing. Welcome to the Blue Moon. I've been grinding out of school, now my screw loose, who knew? I'll be the dude only on the roll. All we really need is my degree and then we gotta go. This is the right I chose, but I'll never cover audible. This other boy from the woods seen a lot of bull. I hold it down in the sticks where I'm at, where these simple folk know all of my tracks. And I hold it down for the people of my past. When they hear this, they gon' run them all back. I preach like, fuck the mainstream and anything that ain't me, boy. This is how I kick raps. I preach like, fuck the insight. All I do is bitch right. I know some that can complete a task. Listen to the song. Why can't we all get along? When we all compete for the same cash. Am I living life wrong? Standing up for the cause. I'm trying to stay strong, but living my life laid back. Don't tell me how to live my life, and I ain't listening. I used to be on stage at night, but I ain't listening. Back in the still busy too soon. You might wanna listen to the new tunes. Put the pen to the paper, middle finger to the haters. I'll be chirping on the paper, tell them look good. Welcome to the Blue Moon. Now you look into the sky a little more than you used to. What a cool thing. Funny how they used to call me stupid, now I make them think. Funny how they always feel like shit, cause all they do is drink. Funny how I used to hate them up and now I do my thing. Crazy how my girl changed my world, so I buy the ring. It's crazy how life works, but lately I've been like me all this night shows. No, yeah, man, thanks for having me over. Like, just chill, dude. Kind of cold in here, though. Like, where do you keep your thermostat? 65, 66? 73, wow. I'm a little cold, can we, like, turn it up a little bit?
No advertisements, although I might actually have to. All right, we are back. Whew. Out of breath. But I mean, it does do advertisements. I might need to let it. Yep, there's advertisements. So, and I will pay for SoundCloud eventually, but. And I'll also do things like tip my buddy, Jacob Lyle. That's who that is. He's on the Hype Train part of my website. AlexRyan719.github.io. That's where I got all the projects laid out. Almost all of them, actually. I can't talk about some of them like I just talked about here. Oh, and Jake Jones. That'll be the next one. So, Whew. Also got to do a sanity check, make sure that I'm not muted somehow. I mean, this is still easier than feeling on the back of my headset to see if the mute button is pressed, which I've done. I've also, back when I was streaming in 2020 and 2021, I was doing more tech streams. I did a whole hour, or well, half an hour on mute. I was just sitting there talking to no one. I mean, and it was still like, you know, that's fine. But yeah, and actually coding streams get quite a few views on regular. But they're tough, man. Like, we can talk about that though. In fact, let's switch gears completely and talk about computer programming. Wait, first, to finish off the thread about child predation and how to end it. Basically, the Chafee Accord is an agreement, and I think that old Donald will go for it if it catches on. Same with the Los Angeles and Buena Vista. Like, we'll start calling it Buena Vista if Los Angeles starts calling it Los Angeles. And it's not just like, you know, dumping on the mountain folk. And then, I'm just kidding, I'd have to actually, like, consult my community about that. But but I would start saying it differently, I think. I could say. I would feel more comfortable saying it. But anyways, the child predation thing, if we do the Chafee Accord, which actually has a section for the communal housing that intercept the immigrants that are being deported. In Tijuana, Mexico, there's Casa del Migrante, this nonprofit. I have not reached out to them yet because I'm hesitant to really go that far until I have some more substance in my hand. That's why all these projects are complete pass-throughs. I don't keep any of the money. It all goes to housing and all that. So, but anyways, do the Chafee Accord where people... Oh, I need just kills. Actually, I don't even think I need to aim, too. I think it just needs to be a scope. Alright. Whew. These pistols are super accurate for... Plus they just like thump, like, just like... I wish I had the... Oh no, I need to reload. I interrupted it. I wish I had the thermite. I like that a little better. It's an antagonist type attack. Oh, there's a double. Oh, all right. One bullet, two. And then I get popped. So, but anyways, the Chafee Accord is where predators would go on display and their victims would rip into them until they so see fit. And once they forgive them, once the people apologize, take accountability enough, long enough, and nothing too crazy, no torture, no damage, no actual physical harm, but mentally, you betcha. Like, the victims of predation should be able to face their predator, and, you know, if they're comfortable, they could, you know, we would have to have accommodations for if they don't want to be seen. But, you know, I mean, they might just want to at the end or something. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, these are all considerations that we would need to put in place well before we actually have anybody try to participate in this, because we got to try to anticipate any fallout that can happen, any negative effects. I mean, these people already suffered a lot of trauma, like potentially life-changing or even life-ending trauma. And there's so many that take their own lives, like, just because they've been preyed on, and they just don't feel justice is ever served. Even with the predator, like, behind bars for 20 years. That does nobody any good. I mean, oh, it does some people some good, but like after like 5 years, 10 years, like it's just kind of like a waste. Plus, it's expensive too. So either, you know, kill them or get them out. But like, I'm just kidding. But if we could cure it and fix the problem, because to me, I would propose that that is a potential solution or a potential repayment to society for any crime. If the victim or anybody who is victimized throughout the crime or group of crimes forgives, truly forgives, and feels like they've learned their lesson, they won't do it again, they regret what they did, you know, a whole rubric of requirements that this would have to hit. You got me. So, but anyways, shoot. See, I need the thermite. And I need the... We're going to switch that up after this. In fact, should I be doing... Usually there's one down there if they just came from that. So they're spawning that. So, Anyways, and that's how people can get closure too. I mean, at least I think. And again, this would have to, like, I would rely heavily on the victims to say whether this is an okay plan to move forward with. But I'm just spitballing here and drawing blueprints with a bunch of colleagues that also agree that this sounds like a solid way to move forward with criminal justice reform across the board. So we end the prison problem, fix people, get them back out, force them to be good. I mean, we got cameras everywhere now. Like, Flock, love it or hate it, it's here. And besides, they got satellites anyway. Like, do you realize how dumb, how naive it is to think that, like, you know, the FBI isn't already watching you? They probably know what I have for breakfast. Like, you know, they just, and besides, they don't even need a satellite. They could do it with infrared, and they could do it with, like, back in the cannabis prohibition days, my buddies and I had to think about heat being visible through the walls. So you had to put in an extra padding. And they're like, I mean, I'm just kidding. I would never do something like that. I'm just kidding. You know. I never really, not trying to admit federal crimes or whatever. But you know what? Even that'd be like, it sucked, but it'd be like a political prisoner at this point. Because everybody's starting to realize that weed's not that bad. And if anything, that type of sacrifice would actually be met with potentially action. I mean, because like and that's actually what I'm trying to convey to Kevin Sabé, without getting blocked by him. So I argue with cannabis prohibitionists on the XApp, and Kevin Sabé is one of the worst. And he just thinks all drugs are bad. And he was apparently the advisor to Clinton. I want to say Obama. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see here. I gotta switch up my loadout too. Let's go right here. Who did Kevin Sabé advise for? We're gonna have that search while we pop over to here. Come on. Thermite. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's so annoying. And also, I kind of want to do a Kimbo, maybe. Would that be? Yeah, let's do a Kimbo. Now we can do the trigger action because it took away the... I'm just going to go nuts with this thing. So anyways, Kevin Sabé advised for Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama. And by the way, Bill Clinton is a coward, and I will tell him to his face. I love a lot of what he did, and I love that he did smoke weed, but I hate that he was a coward, and he did not go through with a positive move for cannabis. You know, I don't even care about the Monica Lewinsky thing. Like, I know... Woo! Like, I think we should have ethical non-monogamy for all relationships, and that's somewhere that we need to get to as a country, to realize there's love and lust, and that is actually what leads to a lot of crimes of passion and a lot of divorce rates, is infidelity. Like, that is like the thing. It's like, you cheated, you are forever ruined, and blah, blah, blah. Now, that's just because we put so much stake into it. Like, and especially, it depends on the scope, too. Like, I mean, if it's a long, drawn-out, like, several dates, I don't know. And plus, like, I do follow a couple people that they're upside-down pineapple people, or just pineapple people, where they're swingers, they're ethical non-monogamous, they have the total approval, permission, and respect of their partner, and you just keep it open-ended like that, and it works for everybody. And, like, and especially now that we're finding out, like, Lindsey Graham was pretty homosexual, which is great. I mean, even though, again, just like Bill Clinton with the weed saying he didn't inhale, Lindsey Graham could have came out of the closet and been like, you know what, even if he just liked to dabble with gents. I mean, we have that adult worker, the transgender one, that said, well, I mean, it could just be a hoax, I don't know, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, you know, a lot of people have kind of, like, guessed that way. Like, you know, and even then, like, you know, the gladiators, the Romans, like, homosexuality and bisexuality have been around for thousands of years. Same with hydras. We were talking about hydras at the very beginning of the stream, which I saw firsthand in Mumbai, India. That was cool. And when I finally reconnected that taxi driver, because he had kids going through school and wanting to learn coding, so I believe he's been using the resources which now they got to be updated because Coding Game is taking away playground functionality and potentially taking away the playgrounds altogether. Now, I'm hoping that they just break the links because they do have direct edit access to my GitHub for those pages and those projects, but like they don't have access to the rest of my projects. I should probably double check that. I mean, even if they did something malicious and like, because GitHub would have a record of who deleted it. I mean, so I don't think they would do that. But they could very well delete what I publish on their website. But I think I signed over ownership rights, and that's fine too. I mean, like, I try not to disrespect Coding Game, and actually, I think I accidentally did. So I was just putting out my link to my playground to learn Python, partly to get views, but also to prove that, you know, even though I've been a hippie stoner dude since I was 14, pretty much on, like, seriously, like, I mean, middle school was like, you know, sparingly in between. In fact, for the longest time, I wanted to just try to eat the weed. So I was like, I didn't want to smoke. I was a runner, and like, or trying to. I was chubby too. I was like, man, I can't be a smoker and like run even less. I'm gonna get way fat. Like, you know, and I worked really hard to not be too fat. Like, and it was, so it's all right. Okay.
Taking effective fire. X-ray down. What are you aiming at me for? Taking effective fire.
Stuck him. Ha. Woo! Joker pistolas. Throwing a supply box at you. Woohoo! Alright. Oh, so anyways, and that led to a bunch of bots and just people clicking the link and like web crawlers, and so I accidentally DDoSed Coding Game, I believe. And I didn't intentionally do it, and they put up a member wall, which is great, and I totally abide by it. And once I saw that happen, I realized what I was doing, and I stopped. I stopped sharing it out to everybody. I mean, unless like the conversation went further to where I was like, yes, I teach coding, or at least I'm trying to. I'm practicing to where I can be a computer science professor or instructor. Maybe just instructor. I don't know if I want to go full doctorate. Like, although I might in cybersecurity preventative blue teaming projects like that I'm doing, and that I'm documenting with these things. I'm doing it all for free. Actually, no, I pay for PlayStation Online. And I pay the emotional damage of all the deaths. I'm just kidding. And this is way better than actual real violence, by the way. I know a lot of people that get out their energy this way, exercising, a lot of premaritals or postmaritals. I'd see with polygamy and ethical non-monogamy, like people could avoid a lot of romantic violence, jealousy, hatred, anger. I mean, and actually, I'd be proof of that. I would. Because that same gal that was potentially victimized by that dude that I got in a fight with. Whew. Time of day, absolutely. But she's got a new dude, and I respect that. I wouldn't want to mess with that. So I stopped, you know. We talked, we stopped talking, we're good. But if she's ever, you know, and he, like, I would need his permission, for sure. That's the whole point of ethical non-monogamy. So, has to be ethical. Everybody involved, or not involved, just involved in the like relationship sphere or ecosystem. So that's the thing. Is like when people start squinting and try to bend the rules, even though they know darn well that like someone's gonna get upset if they find out. That's your little voice in your head saying, "Don't do it," or fix it to where it jives, and you can negotiate. I mean, And then yeah, and no means no. Still, you should always remember that. You know, and that's why I worry about people like Donald. Like, he just doesn't know what no means. Can't stand it. Like, he's like that Veruca whatever off of Willy Wonka. Like, no, Daddy, I want a chocolate candy bar. Daddy, Daddy, buy me a goose. I want the goose that lays the golden egg. Spoiled brat, basically. So, like, one of his sons was like driving through Arlington and said, "Man, I can't help but think about the sacrifice that my family's made." Like, what, you gave up some money? Some money while you're driving through dead people? I got 2 family members in that cemetery. Are you trying to say that? Just get out of here, like. So, anyways. Sorry, they got a little intense there. And I would tell that to Donald's face and Donald Jr. Just be like, look. And actually, I fully intend to give it to him in the roast in the JPA court. Because you know Donald's guilty as sin with Epstein. Like, he's at least did one underage kid. That's all it takes. It's 20 years, bud. Like, you can't diddle kids. Don't care if it's 17, 16, and okay in Europe. Donald, you can't do that. And that's light work. I mean, I follow JD DeLay, and he wants the wood chipper for people that does what that do what he did. There you go. Because I don't think he's doing it now. He's got his wife. He's got, you know, porn stars. He's got his ways to get needs met. Which, I mean, he had before. Which I'm not trying to justify what he and Epstein did by any means. I mean, teenagers should be teenagers and not dealing to pervy old dudes. Like, and again, that 4-year rule, whatever that is, and even like as creepy as it could be. I think I saw somewhere that like 17 is now the age of consent in Colorado, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like driving, and if it's like with another peer, okay, but there's got to be a limit, a threshold. So, but again, I mean, all those emails about and if he didn't, then he didn't. I mean, if Donald really didn't, but that's the problem, is if he's used to, and I got this picture, it's a clip of a newspaper that Donald interviewed for in London, UK or something. I don't know which, and I don't know how that works, but, sorry, it sounds so messed up. London's the city, alright, then UK is the United Kingdom. I've never been there before, but anyways, what was I even saying? Oh, I forgot. I'll remember it. Dang it, I didn't do it in time. I learned how to type GG. Oops. You have been selected to answer. I don't know what that is. Like if somebody like reported somebody or... I don't know. Hey, look at that. Actually, wait. Okay. There's one. Alright, where's the next one? Are they all... Oh, man. There's only the one hand cannon? Lame. Alright, we could do the or the Renetti. Is this one... I think this one's a burst fire. Yeah, I did so much of this in Zombies. Let's see, you gotta get the ammo. Oh, wait. First, I gotta build it to what the requirement is. So, headshots. Alright. Just gotta pop them in the face. And let's get that Joker camo. Yeah. Pistol fast draw. There we go. Optic. Muzzle? Oh, there we go. Some James Bond stuff, but also the Joker. Alright. I mean, I guess I get one more. There's a laser that... Not visible, but... Ooh. Aim down sight speed. Yeah, it's visible and aim down sights. I don't know. Let's do that one. Alright. Headshots. I haven't done any of those. I only need 5 of these. And the soul renderer, I just got killed from behind. But that's actually kind of a harder, especially on shipments. Like, depends on who you're playing against, I guess. Sometimes we've been lucky. But anyways, no. That's, Oh, and then to tie it all together for funding, Volun Trophy. So if you can convince people like Elon Musk to donate a few million to build houses in Tijuana to intercept the immigrants, get them to get back on their feet, get them stability, work with La Presidenta Claudia Sheinbaum, which I think she would. I think she would. And I'm actually planning on reaching out to her people and having that bubble up somehow. But again, that's one of those things where, like, I haven't even reached out to the nonprofit in Tijuana to see if they would want to coordinate because I don't have anything yet. And like, I did talk to Fading West, and I just said hypothetically in the next few years, this could take a while, but would I be able to like buy something? They sent me like a pricing guide.
Domination.
Oh, I need a bigger mag. I can already tell. Yeah, I'm terrible with the aim of this. Take that.
Throwing thermite! Throwing stun grenade!
Oh, is that? Nah, it was close.
Alpha secure.
Yeah, that was a headshot. Alright.
Securing objective target.
Alright. So anyways, yeah, been working with La Presidenta Claudia Sheinbaum. I believe is Jewish and an engineer, I want to say, or maybe like biochemical engineering or something, like some pretty big like education or work history. So, I mean, I can look it up in between, but basically, if she approves and works with the local government in Tijuana or however they need to do it, basically just to get some land and build these neighborhoods of communal housing where they're rent to own with zero interest. That's the important part. No interest. But they buy them, like they rent to own them, and then they just, as the money comes back in, we turn around and we build community number 2, and that houses all of the homeless vets in the entire country. No, I'm just kidding. But we could have like one in each state. Just have a designated communal where it's like a get back on your feet. There might be some rough and tumble. There might be some drug use, but you know, keep it clean, keep it legit, keep it safe, and try. I mean, like those 2 very dangerous ones, you're gonna need to stop those. Like, you can't be doing that. I mean, even though Breaking Bad made it seem like a lot of people do meth, that's not okay. That's not the reality. Most people don't do that. Or wouldn't. I mean, if you could buy anything else from like a grocery store, think about that. Why would you waste your time on something crazy like that? So anyways. And predation, ending predation, like, ooh. Oh, this is the other thing, it's kind of funny, like, working it out with the AIs, like, it was a mouth tent, where there was non-judgmental release of adult services. And, yeah, and back to the Dolomite answer, if we legalize that with consenting adults, then you move the target away from unconsenting or minors that can't consent, and you alleviate some of the predation. Not all. It's not going to fix it overnight. We got to be realistic, but some, and some's better than what we're doing now. I mean, punitive, it doesn't fix the problem. There's still the assault. So you got to prevent the assault from happening in the first place. And then you don't have to, you know, help fix the trauma. The life isn't ruined. The quality of life is still good for the would-be victim. The victim isn't a victim anymore. All that good stuff. And it could get Donald to confess. Seriously, I think it would. I think if he had a communal style, I mean, he'd still probably have to do some years in prison. Like, let's be honest. Like, the victims of everybody that he assaulted, and if they're dead, then they can't actually, you know, condone to ever being really forgiven. But I don't know. Like, maybe we could work out something to where if enough of his victims forgive him, like, and not taking his money. I mean, you know, we already got like what, $5 million for Eugene Carroll. That just always seems weird to me. Like, you know, making someone pay like that. And it doesn't fix the issue. I mean, yeah, it's annoying. I mean, it's just it's a small slap on the hand to like what, $7 billion that he's worth now. Come on. So, you know, cry me a river. Like he's really sacrificing anything. Back to Don Jr. like saying that bull crap about driving through a cemetery of veterans, dead veterans. You know, oh, my family's sacrificing so much. Get out of here, bud. Like, don't even. Money. I'll take your money. Like. I'm just kidding. I would, though. No. I'm not going to rob a Trump. I don't rob. And like I was saying, I don't think money should be the penalty because that's how we have a two-tier justice system. If all it costs is money and not people's time, if they have money, how is that ever going to teach a lesson? You just learn to have more money, like, and don't get caught doing like the crazy stuff. Which, let's be honest, the world's investigating Epstein now. They're going to start rolling out names and places and victims. Not the victims though. Hopefully they keep that redacted and all the actual materials. Like, that's why I don't search any of it online. Like, or I try not to. Or I try to filter it through very specific Google searches, like my wording. And it's all published. Like, it's all the files that have been released are documented. In fact, there's a mobile Epstein file van that brings all of the files and a description of the files and like what the files contain and all this, so you can see for yourself. I mean, now granted, that said, there's like a Thanksgiving where Epstein said that Trump was at his house, and so anybody could say that, and that's what police are, kind of pointing at, is like a lot of them are just sensational or potentially damning, like things that Epstein wanted Trump maybe to get, or Donald to get in trouble for. Like maybe he was bitter from being kicked out, like maybe. But that still doesn't change the fact that I'm sure Donald has at least womanized or preyed on a woman or child at least once in his life, aside from Eugene Carroll. So he already did one. And money doesn't really fix it. So like, until she actually feels good with like, you know what, you learned a lesson. You didn't just scapegoat out of this one, which he did. 5 million to 7 billion is 7,000 million. So you take 5 out of 7,000, 6,995 still. I think you live. Anyway, sorry, I got a little intense there. But anyways, the coding stuff. Let's go back to that. So that's also part of it too. So like the GOSH is just to like enhance the online safety by teaching about multi-factor authentication, link preview, like when you hover your cursor over a link, and then knowing how to spot a spam or a phishing or a fake email or message. And it's really any message now. I mean, text messages were very unsecure for multiple reasons. Like I remember Android put out this thing where you had to download this new app. You no longer could be on the old messaging app. And there was a time there where China was intercepting a bunch of communications, and if you were messaging an Apple user, oh, that didn't hit him in the face. It looked like it might have, but dang it, a little too high. But see, and that's the thing. Like usually I'm good at shooting, but I mean, it's a little different. And actually, it is different. Moving and all that. Plus, this isn't a real gun. Like, I'm not dealing with the kick. My hands would be destroyed by now shooting this much. Even with a, well, maybe not with a silencer. I think that kind of softens it. But like,
The mission is complete. Good work.
So, but anyways, and there's actually a link to the Scratch program. I'm making a series of cartoons on Scratch that are G-rated. They all have to be G-rated because it's a family-friendly website hosted by MIT. It's an amazing tool, and it's so fun. Like, and it's free. I mean, I think there's ways to donate, which I intend to at some point. But for now, I'm going to make some content about building on Scratch. And actually, I've already donated a couple of books, or at least a book, to a library about... So it's kind of funny. It's Star Wars coding, but then... and actually, I got another one from my kid's school, so that's funny. I just saw it on sale. Alright, 20 more headshots with that. That was actually going okay. Oh yeah, that one's 5 of that, and then the soul renderer from behind. This one's still forged. This one's still to forge as well. Yeah, long shot. Which is doable on shipment, or the shipment ones, but... So, anyways, and then as far as the coding, like I said, coding game disabled the ability to run containers on the website, so you could actually run the code and write the code in the browser. So that's sad, but I honestly think it might have something to do with when I was just sharing out my link to just show... Whoa. Okay. Anyways. So. Headshots. Whoa, this one's pretty great. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this one? That must be for,
Team deathmatch.
dang, that's crazy.
Don't hold back. We take it.
I don't have Interstellar on any of them. I think that's a different tier, or a different, series or track of Camel Grind. So anyways, I had a Python and a Java one on coding game. The Java one didn't actually work to run in the browser anyway, so that one's not so big of a loss. And who knows, coding game might bring it back, I don't know. But like, on the Python one, it was called Beginner Python Concepts. Let's see if I can remember what the URL was, because I was typing it into XApp so many times to prove that, you know, a stoner can be smart, write computer code. Not just write computer code, understand it, manipulate it, enhance it, all that stuff. So, and that's what you do on coding game, like with the Clash of Codes, the Code Golf. Code Golf is pretty intense. I'm pretty bad at that, like, and it depends on what language you use. I've seen some, I think Ruby is probably the best as far as like short commands and stuff and usage of characters. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Python one had a ROT13 algorithm, which is a rotation of 13 values in the English alphabet. So from A to Z, there's 26 values, and 13 is the midpoint, or the median. And then, wasn't even the mosquito, he just shoots a freaking rocket, like, okay. But anyway, oh, I need a bigger mag, I forgot that. Dang it. Where'd he go? So anyways, and then, so if you were to encrypt with a ROT13 and then encrypt it again, it would actually decrypt the encrypted message. So an A becomes, I think, M, and then an M becomes a Z, Z becomes like N, I don't know, but it's like across the way, and it's always 13 values. So as long as you're only pulling, and see that's one of the tricks to programming it, is you need to only pull from the ASCII values of certain ranges in order to simulate only having 26 options. But then you got to think about uppercase and lowercase. And so, and the way to get around that, or the way to fix that, is make it all lowercase when you're processing it, and then keep track of which ones were supposed to be uppercase, and then somehow have that. And see, that's pretty tricky. Like, or what you could do, actually, depending on the data structures, you could have an object of that type of like a letter, and then you could have a boolean of whether it was capitalized or not. Or you could also map it to, like if you have like an index for every single character in the thing, and then as you're reading them in, and it reads the character, then it's like, oh yeah, at this position, or this iteration of running the loop, I'm pretty sure that works. I'd have to see it, but yeah. Somehow you gotta remember what the capital letter is, because that, otherwise, or just deal with it. Like, if you're okay with, I mean, it's just a secret code, like, you know, and it's not even really useful anymore. Like, everybody can crack it. It's really easy. In fact, I think that's one of the first things that decryption algorithms run, is they check for ROT13. It's like, would they do it? Maybe. I mean, that would fool the very novice person. Oh, man. Dang it, where is that thing? It wasn't in the face. Oh, I thought that was an enemy cruise missile. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, and sniped. So anyways, the ROT13, I had it, a ROT13 and then also a ROT-N, which N is an adjustable value. So you could do ROT1, ROT2, ROT3, and then you wouldn't be able to decrypt an encrypted message just by running it again. So that's kind of like, you know, that's a cool thing that only works with ROT13, no other number. So, or you could do a ROT0 and just not encrypt it at all. But if you did a ROT1, then an A would be a B would be a C would be a D, and so on. You would just shift everything one value. Oh, and then it also taught the concept of circular arrays. so that's a trip. That's where you got to use logic to go back to the beginning. So you remember where the beginning is, and the way you do that is you take the remainder. Dang it. By moduloing it. And modulo is the percent sign. But excuse me, in most programming languages, it is in Python. And like any of this stuff, you should probably double check that I say, just to be sure. But that's like the real art of computer science, or the real science of it, is once you understand how code works and how it's supposed to flow, you can translate into just about any language by using Google or AI, whatever you want to do. I mean, like I've said before, I use AI for debating politics and religion on social media to try to de-escalate people's understandings of things, their perspectives. I mean, if you walk people back off that ledge of thinking everybody's out to make their kid trans or whatever, like, I mean, or gay. It used to be gay. I remember that. Like, I mean, oh, yeah. All right. But that was one of the things. It's like, I don't want my kid being gay and blah, blah, blah. And they did the Pray the Gay Away and stuff. And South Park does a wonderful episode on it. I think Butters goes to the Pray the Gay Away. I can't remember. But anyways, I'd have to watch it again. And I haven't watched South Park in too long. I need to fix that. But I'm broke. I'm broke for the meantime. Well, not bad. I've got rent covered, car payment covered, kids fed, clothed, entertained. I got this gaming system. Oh, and that's the other thing, communal lending. So communal lending would be 0 to low interest loans. So like the people in really desperate need, like the immigrants have been deported, they would pay 0 interest loans. They would get a house, a little piece of land, and they would rent to own it. And then when they get done, they can turn around and sell it and then get something stateside or in Mexico or wherever, and then we continue to do that. And as they pay the money back in for the house, that gets put back into a pot and reused for another community. So you can keep doing it until you house literally every single deportee like that. Now, not all of them, of course, like the ones that are like currently, like it has to be within a certain year of like, committing a crime. I don't think I'd want them in the communities. That said, depends on the crime, prohibition and blah, blah, blah. Oh. Oh, I almost got him. Twice. I got her. Anyways. So then communal lending would fix a lot of problems and a lot of crime too. Because if people didn't have the hardships of, well, actually that goes into like the mushroom aspect too, like growing mushrooms on these farms. Like, was that a headshot? Nah, not quite. Oh man. Oh, moving so slow. So, anyways, communal lending, and then make it right too. That should be another thing, which kind of falls into the Chafee Accord, like where the victims of any crimes can talk to their perpetrator. I guess, I don't know. The person that took the shortcut can talk to the person that they wronged, and vice versa, and they can resolve the differences and move on. Like, and actually solve the issue. Or they can negotiate on a price, or what seems fair, and they would have a lot of things to go on, like they could resort or reference. There you go. They would reference the big list of like, and anonymity is important. Like, you don't want people's business out in front of everybody. In fact, that's why I think a lot of it ends so badly, is because if they got caught doing any of the parts of what they did, like maybe they could end up in jail just from that, so we need to like start forgiving crimes with like, if they're not doing them still, especially prohibition crimes, because those aren't really crimes. It's really people self-medicating or experimenting with what works in lieu of having endless amounts of money. Like if you have endless amounts of money, you can go to school, you can get a degree without worrying, you could take a year off of work and go around Europe and just hang out. Like you can do everything, all that stuff. Like, whereas if you don't have money, you work. I worked all through college. Like, you got to make that money to pay for those fancy things like an education. That's another part of the communal is like there'd be a lot of people volunteering to help teach and coach all the stuff. I mean, and even just like, I plan on contributing what I can in educational materials for coding. And I'm not no pro, like, I mean, I'm still like a novice to a medium level. More like novice, actually. I'd say like lower, middle to lower class as far as coding. And I honestly don't do it for my work. I do IT. I mean, I will be doing a script at some point soon, but the majority of it is just tech support. So, yeah. Anyways. Well. Sorry, thinking about awkward things I regret from before. But no, the communal communities are going to be awesome if they happen. I mean, still gotta stay realistic. Like, none of this stuff could happen. It might all flop. But if Fallen Trophy works, then there's the funding. And I know Elon Musk at least boasted that he would cure world hunger if given a plan. And if he believed in that plan, he would give the money. Well, the plan was either not produced or not trusted, and so that kind of went away. But in world hunger, you really can't tackle that completely in a one-time, like, dollar amount. Maybe you could, like, cap it and then, like, have, like, a retainer and pull against that. That might be a good deal, but the Fallen Trophy would be kind of like what Pepsi did before, where people can vote on, like, philanthropic efforts or just community service efforts. And like even just have, if they give like some goals and then not really say like how they have to do it, like, you know, solve hunger in this area, make it to where people report that they always have food at least to survive. Now it might not be to thrive and you might not have the best diet, you know, everybody's got to make sacrifices from time to time, but you know, you would still have what you need to survive. Like people would not be dying from starvation or malnourished or anything like that. I think we fixed a lot of that by encouraging growing food publicly. I mean, working together to have communal gardens that just have fruit and veggies and they just grow. People come and pick what they want or they need and they, you know, maybe they help tend it. Or maybe they can even pick areas. Like, you know, I would volunteer to go plant a bunch of stuff around like a city and then they, you know, give that away to whoever needs it at the time. I think we should also build little, like, no judgment shelters for people to kind of like, I mean, I think it was like Germany or Switzerland or somewhere I saw, but they have these little like hexagonal or octagonal like tube houses that people that are experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity or just need a place, safe place to stay, they can like curl up there and sleep and stay warm. I'm pretty sure it was one of those European places that's like during the cold and stuff, like, because I remember reading about like that being a factor. And if we just had that, and again, it's the no judgment. Now, granted, if people are there for like long stretches, maybe we could talk about like, hey, we've noticed you're around here a lot, you should start paying rent. And then if you rent one, there you go. Or really rent to own, but then I don't know if we really want to do that rent to own. That one might have to stay rent, and then the money for that just goes into upkeep for them, fixing them up, cleaning them, you know, whatever needs to happen. Because they're going to require maintenance, so. And plus, you want them to, you know, enjoy nice things. Like, I mean, that's what a lot of public works things kind of, or happens to them, unfortunately, is, sheet that was terrible. You know, people will destroy stuff, break stuff, ruin stuff, dirty it up, like, not take care of it. Yeah, I guess that's why, you know, people from BV and up in the mountains are so stingy with, like, or so sensitive about identities. Like, you know, you can tell right away when someone's a tourist who just, like, rolling through to possibly, like, leave their trash around, or someone who, like, it's kind of like the Wayne's World where the Native Americans, like, staying there with a tear dropping out his eyes. He's like, don't worry, man, we'll clean it up. And, like, Wayne, like, Garth and Wayne, so I haven't watched that in even longer than South Park. But good content to watch all the time. Oh man, the noob tubes, the rocket launchers. Also, I kind of worry from time to time if, like, I'm not on mute. Like, I should be in a party, and I included the party audio to make it to where I'm streaming like this, but that was a headshot. Yeah. Dang it, it's too far each way. But yeah, you point and shoot. You click when it's on the target. Which I'm horrible at. So, So, I don't know. And same with the dude that I fought in college. Like, I think if all of his victims forgave him, I would let it go. But they don't. I know they don't. Because he did 5 years probation. I wouldn't forgive him. Okay, I honestly, I don't know. I would have to, like, talk to his victims. And again, I hope one of the ladies was actually the gal I talked to when I got back out. Because that, I mean, even if it wasn't, it happened. Like, he needed to get caught. He needed to be held somewhat accountable. And at least there be record of it. Because that's one of the other projects, is actually to publish offenders of that certain nature and information about them, not so they could get harmed and not to, like, dox or anything, but like, it wouldn't include addresses, it wouldn't include locations. I mean, it might not even need to include pictures, honestly, as long as it just, like, notified the victims and said, hey, you know, this predator that did this crime against you is now listed on this nationally or internationally visible website without the identity. And see, I kind of feel like I've done that. Anyways, not important, but at the same time, investigative. So, I'm thinking about, like, the risk of broadcasting. Well, and that's the thing, like I said, like, the victim in my soul case, if his victims all forgave him, I would move on. I'd be like, alright, I mean, I wouldn't shake his hand, like, I mean, because he never really reached out, or unless he did. Unless he talked to each one of the women he victimized and made it right, okay. I could forgive him that. I mean, because if he took the initiative to do that and fess up when he messed up, I mean, granted, that it's still a long shot because the victims might not forgive him, or at least not now. And so there's that, but I mean, at least I feel like everybody would at least feel a little better than that. But I don't know, 5 years probation, man. Come on, like 0 jail time? 0? Get out of here. Like, that's ridiculous. So, anyway. Well, that also, if you think about it this way, it keeps people from going to jail that would assault said predators, because there weren't predators to begin with. They stopped preying on women and children. And just treated everybody with respect. Well, and appropriateness too. Like, my God, let the kids be kids. Anyways, coding though. So Rot 13, Rot N. Trying to remember, I used 2 dictionaries. One for the letters to have number values, and one for the numbers to have letter values. Now that might sound a little ridiculous at first, and I feel like every time I try to write that algorithm, I try to do it that way. So I've done it multiple times just to kind of... Oh, man. Dang it. I was trying to reposition so I was actually getting headshots. Ah! I must let them know that there is an ammo box there. Okay. No, get that noob tube out of here. Alright. Oh. Oh, shot him too. Oh, noob tube. Huh. Alright. So yeah, 2 dictionaries. One to like encode it and one to decode it. And encrypt and decrypt each character by character. I'm trying to remember how I think I did keep track of an index. And at every index, I recapitalized the letter. I want to say that's how I did it. Or maybe I didn't do it and I just worked with lowercase characters. That also makes sense. As far as I could just check on the coding game and see if it actually has that functionality. But if I were to make that functionality, that's how I would do it. Because I would have like a master list of all the indices. And then I would have them marked of which one. The tricky part, or which ones are supposed to be capitalized. The tricky part with that is like spacing, tabs, new lines, like you gotta account for all that. And especially when you're encrypting and decrypting, like... Well, actually, that's a good point, too. If you don't account for how to do spacing, you might encrypt and decrypt messages that would get crammed together, and that's not good. So you'd want to do something for like every space. Or you could split it and join it in words. That could be another way. But then you gotta add punctuation at a certain point. So like you would need to keep track of all the indices and have an array of objects or an array of at least tuples, but I feel like you might need 3 variables. Tuples are just two variables. Like they're key value pairs, which dictionaries use. That's why you gotta go from letters to numbers and then from numbers to letters. If you could have like one with just 2, or you could do it with just 1 dictionary, but I really struggle with that. And I feel like I try to do it with just 1 dictionary most times, just because it would be easier. And then, alright, 3 more. Whew. I'll do another pistol. But yeah. And the problem is when I learned to do this with Java, I did the scanner and next in, so it would just pull the next item split, and that's why I was thinking like maybe you'd still need to have, because you could use the split function, or it's usually, I think that's what it is in Python, but where you take a line and then you divide it up into pieces or words, and then you get punctuation with that. And so when you're analyzing each word to both write the encrypted form of it by rotating it so many numbers, like a regular ROT13 would just jump half the alphabet away. No matter where it is, you just go to the other half of the alphabet, kind of like complementary colors on a color wheel, and that's where it's encrypted. It's encrypted text, or cipher text. Cipher is what it is. So anyways, and then you just run that algorithm again on it, and it decrypts, but if you don't account for the spacing and the capitalization and the punctuation, any of those, it's going to look weird. You know, it's either going to be crammed all together, all lowercase, any punctuation. Well, one of 2 things could happen. An easy way to account for it is if it doesn't exist in the dictionary, you just either leave it alone, or you can encrypt it to like a designated character. And you can even do like a round-robin selection of a group of designated characters to keep them fresh. That way, because the problem is like say every period is now an @ sign. So then as soon as you figure it out, or you can recognize the pattern, then every time you see a period, you're going to be like, oh, that's an @ sign. You can be like, oh, that's probably a period. It looks like it ends a lot of the sentences. So already that's one character that is decrypted and easy to understand. So, and again, this is not a very secure algorithm. I got a whole book on cryptography, and I forget what the actual difference is with all that stuff, but it's a book of puzzles and how to hide words. And that was one thing when I was in county once. They confiscated these newspaper clippings that I had because they were word puzzles, and they thought I was trying to communicate with people, which I was. I'm just kidding. No, like anybody watching, they'd be doing that Leonardo DiCaprio thing, like ooh, pointing at the TV screen. He was sending messages. But no, I mean, and part of the communal thing is to help people coming from prison and jail and halfway houses and weekenders and poverty too, from homelessness, housing insecurity, no questions asked, all of it. And that's why we also get into account that there's going to be predators in that mix. I mean, I don't know, no matter how you want to spin it, like people is people, and if their victims forgive them, then maybe then they could qualify for the assistance. There we go. So they have to be forgiven by their victims. Actually, that might be how we segue into getting Donald to do it, because Donald's still not going to do it for a while. If he needs to. Although, he still needs to for women, we know that. At least that. And then maybe he can get that money back. No, I'm just kidding. He has $7 billion. He doesn't need that $5 billion back. I'm just kidding. But I mean, I think she would still feel better and more closure if, well, I know she would, because she would forgive him. And we would have to work to that point. And he would have to show humility and humanity and be like, okay, what I did was wrong. You know, like, nobody's denying that what he did wasn't wrong, except for him. I mean, same with the election, like, so election. Oh, yeah. Tax stand. Going in the tax stand. Double kills, and I have to be close up. This is gonna be tough. Oh, snake. Alright. So, anyways, that's a big, long, convoluted way of saying the projects are going well. They're going to be happening soon, not all at once. I don't know the extent of them. Noob Tube, what up? Yeah, that's a double kill. Nice. So, but the housing does kind of need to happen soon. And even if it's not me and my colleagues, like, as long as it's someone, you know. Like, because there was that one family that was already killed, that they got deported, and it wasn't safe. They had some problems with some gang activity down there. Oh, that's the other thing, too. If people weren't getting locked up for years or even decades for, like, every little thing in the drug war, like, guess what? A lot of those gangbangers down south would chill out. They would not have friends and family and colleagues doing hard time. They would be more amenable to... And also, guess what? If you legalize all these substances like cannabis and natural psychedelics, then that's a whole medicinal market for the very things that these farms produce. So there you go. You've got revenue streams through that. You know, you could be a whole supply chain and replace all of the hazardous stuff with the non-hazardous stuff. And I know the current administration would be down with at least part of that, because that's their whole thing, is like, these drugs could have killed this many people. And they always have their thumbs on the scales, too. They're like, the maximum potential, if every last person that used it died, like, it's just the number of doses. I think. You'd have to fact check that. But, like, whenever they have a big bust, they're like, this could have killed this many people. And they go with the largest amount possible. Anybody who even touched it. But I'd want to see how they calculate those. Because I'll tell you what, people use that much and they don't die. But not every time. I mean, and it's similar to computer science where you have best case, worst case, and you usually need to plan for both of them and everything in between and in corner cases. So there could be an odd one in the middle that, like, for whatever reason, doesn't work. Like, and then of course the most extreme or the least extreme. So, or for the example of predators and their victims, and the most extreme and least extreme, rehabilitation or or taking of accountability. There you go. We could figure out better words. Like, there's whole marketing teams that would get on board with that. But like, I'm just trying to solve some problems here. But like, you know, the worst case is every single victim says no, does not forgive the predator. So that sucks for the predator. That's the worst case scenario for the predator. Now, the best case scenario for the predator is every last one of his victims, or hers. I mean, there's like 3, no, I'm just kidding. Much less women, but there are still women out there. Anyways. YouTube. I'm just kidding. I would use the rocket launcher too, and in fact I might. And I am a noob sometimes. Like, this is, my kill rate is terrible doing these challenges. And my participation in the actual fight is pretty terrible. And on the other side, best case scenario for the victims is they actually feel closure with the predator. They don't have to be happy with them, but they can at least respect them enough to be like, okay, you took your lumps like an adult, you took accountability, I forgive you, I release you, whatever the wording. Again, I'm not the marketing team, like, we'll figure that one out, but I think everybody could be amenable to that, and especially as we're ending prohibition, people gotta think about how to not have that mass rush of violence from all these people that have been spending years or even decades in prison. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh, you know what, the war on drugs was fake, let's get you out of here. You gotta go through an intermediary step where you can acclimate to the outside world through job skills training, and incentives to get, you know, gaming systems or maybe some money earned towards your rent-home house in these communal villages, which are heavily patrolled, mind you. Like, if it's in Mexico, and if the cartels are working with the distribution of new legal substances and not having their family locked up for long periods of time, and friends, then I think they'll stop doing the harmful stuff, just make a deal. Overnight, it would be done. I mean, we could just agree as a society, these things are off limits, let's not do that. I think it's basically like fentanyl and like the super opiates are the ones that are the real danger right now. And I mean, and every time, there's a whole number system ranking for how dangerous a substance is. Alcohol is the worst, by the way, no surprise there. And then, like, I forget what, I want to say heroin and crack are like the next ones. I think tobacco is number 2. So that's kind of messed up. Oh, wow, he got my head. So, but anyways, yeah. Again, not surprising though. Tobacco claims a lot of lives. I'm very thankful that I quit tobacco back in 2021. And I quit drinking in 2020. New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact. The very day I started it weird. I mean, I was tripping out. I was hanging with a lady friend. And we did the note. Oh, well, we tried to. But like, it didn't. Anyways, so, and I stopped drinking. I had 340s that night, and I gave one away. Drank one. And I was sipping on the second one. And actually, I don't even think I got through the first one. I gave one to the host. I had a backup one. I want to say I left it, but I also took the lady friend. Anyways, but no, that was pretty innocent too. That's fine. Yeah, and I never drank since. I haven't drank since then. And that, you know, we need to not judge ourselves and others if they do. Like, that's one of the other biggest things is like with rehabilitation and reintegration into society. Like, and people are using in jails and prisons too. So that's not even. Oh wait. Got to do. We'll do the bubble gum, but we are going to. Oh. Dang it. No. I don't want all the stickers and stuff. So we're gonna. Oh, technically using akimbo. Akimbo and ammunition. Akimbo. 20, 25, 32. There we go. And customize. Joker colors. There we go. The kitty stickers are just kind of taken away from it. That looks cool too. That looks very cool, but I like this. So, actually, how are we doing on time? Look at 2 hours. I don't know how much I want to do or how long I want to do this one for. I generally do about 2.5 hours. I got some other stuff I need to do too tonight, so let's just see. Well, yeah.
Loading fresh mag. Throwing stun grenade. Grenade.
Oh, hell, jumping around, eh? So. So, and actually, a lot of the projects are actually going to build off of each other. So, the Gosh is going to be the first one, where like volunteers just help people learn how to set up multi-factor authentication on their email accounts and their bank accounts. And no one shares any passwords or usernames or any information. It's just a bunch of Google Meets meetings or Zoom meetings or WebEx meetings. And, I think it's just kills with akimbo.
Stun incoming.
Oh, there's so many. I got 2 of them. Okay, let's get the
Requesting recon
UAV.
flyover. Copy that. Throwing thermite.
Going like Asian languages, I think that's Chinese. It's so much harder to work with. Like the alphabet is like so many letters. Like that Route 13 algorithm only works with the English alphabet, and it doesn't work with uppercase and lowercase unless you make it work. Like you got a code for that. You gotta take that into consideration. So,
Thermite out. Stun grenade.
yeah, woo. Ah. I'll be jumping around with the grimace. So anyways, yeah, that's about it. So the volunteers will earn, and it's just really good for the resumes at first. So, and anybody wanting to get into the tech field, they could do so many hours doing GOSH, which is Global Online Safety Helpers. You know, so many hours sitting in a meeting. They could all be recorded and broadcast, so people that don't want to actually be active in the meetings, but I think most people will, because it's a lot easier when you can do some back and forth and like actually help somebody through the process. So yeah.
Throwing thermite!
Friendly mosquito active.
Ah, Scheiße! What are you aiming at me for?
Yeah. I think it's like 25 kills with these, with a Kimbo.
Throwing stun
I was gonna say, I can't really aim because I thought it might be tac stance, but like akimbo means there's no aiming. Oh, there was someone there. Oh.
Throwing thermite! Stun grenade out! Ah, took a round.
Dang it. See, there's weed leaves everywhere. I love it. And like this game, or no, the other Black Ops 7 had Joe Rogan, or maybe that was Black Ops 6. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was. It was Black Ops 6 because now we're on 7. Yeah, I know because these games are expensive. This one was even like 40 or 50 bucks, but I got this one back when it first came out, like the original version, and I think this one's been remastered or redone. I don't know. I have the PS3 version, and I actually got that one at midnight when it was sold in like physical stores. I had to go down to GameStop, and they opened from like midnight to 1 to like do the grand sale at midnight. So we were the only ones there too, and I went with a lady friend that I was with at the time. And that was her. It was her idea actually. Like normally I don't think I would have, but like she was so into it, I was like, all right, let's do this. And so we got the game, and I started playing it. I never really played a lot of Call of Duty at that time. I was more, well, it was Xbox, and then I went to, in fact, I think it was for Xbox. Huh. So the one I have might be my friend's, because my friend gave me his PS3, because mine ended up breaking, and I wanted my kids to be able to play it. So,
What are you aiming at me for? Moving to my mark.
We're falling behind. Get moving.
I mean, I've got 20 kills.
Deployed.
Throwing stun grenade!
Just cracking up at like the facial reactions of people watching some of that. But I mean, we're also like doing like mass murder and stuff. Like I would never really be all okay with this happening in real life. But if it did, I'd probably try to act as much. I mean, though it's harder in real life because like guns are really loud. It's like deafening. Like you can't hear for a little bit if they're too close. But you can definitely hear if they're a certain amount away. I mean, when you hear gunshots in cities and stuff. Same with like, you know, you hear people like, it sounds more, well, it's pretty morbid. Ah.
Throwing thermite! Stun grenade out!
I'm also just thinking about all these awkward things that I was doing. Not like terribly bad, but like manipulating people. You know, in good ways. Social engineering, like forcing them to see perspectives they're not really ready to see, or they are ready. They just don't know it yet. But like a crash course in empathy and compassion, basically. Peace through strength, which is such a stupid idea. Like, yeah, let's go blow up a bunch of buildings and we're gonna negotiate peace. Like, you know, and I'm not supporting Iran. You know, I love my country and I gotta stick with the home team. But I don't gotta condone what they're doing. Like, you know, and the hippie in me, even, and I love the heck out of our soldiers, but, and that's even why. They're doing 9 months on a war that should have been over in a day, or a month, or a week, or, you know, whatever, like, it was supposed to be, as advertised. False advertising, you know, should be illegal and punishable. I mean, there needs to be some accountability for starting this whole war. I mean, and like the justification, like Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Like Obama's deal, and like there's this guy, the Cup guy. If you Google Cup guy explains Obama's deal with Iran, he will, and it shows you like the amount of like in hundreds of kilograms of uranium or plutonium or whichever one it is. Like, I think it's enriched uranium and non-enriched and like weapons grade. Like he just shows like how much was under Obama and all the like inspections that were going on and.
Thermite out! Throwing stun grenade!
Oh, that was bad. Shouldn't just lay on the trigger like that. You get very inaccurate.
Throwing stun grenade!
You gotta fan the trigger. No, that didn't even work. Wait, I'm at 31?
Thermite out!
Where is it?
Switching max!
That was cool. One of the many things that's really fun about this game. They just have this like thing that shoots the air, like gives like sound waves or force waves. I don't even know, but it's just disruptive. Oh, and those trophy systems suck.
Reloading!
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Throwing stun grenade!
Hardpoint relocated.
Haha. Alright.
Stun grenade out!
So actually the next one I want to do is C++. Like, not on coding game, unfortunately. Or maybe I could. I did that with Jamboard. I started making like project plans. And I had some, like 2/3 of the official project management. It was just through a community college. It was just a certificate program to have a certificate of completion. And I didn't even complete it. I was pretty hungover and I just didn't go in one day. And I was kind of drinking a lot at that time. Hence why I was happy about quitting drinking in 2020. But I don't judge people that are still drinking or want to drink. That's your right. Just as long as you do it responsibly. And it's a whole lot harder to drink responsibly than it is to smoke responsibly. So, that's just facts.
Throwing stun grenade!
Although I argue with prohibitionists all day, and so I use grok to like kind of clear the air and clarify things.
Enemy UAV active.
Yeah, so.
Enemy trophy destroyed! Reloading! Jet fire! Got one.
Hostile mosquito is online.
I'm thinking this isn't the right thing.
They tagged me! We have an ammo box here!
Mission failed.
Okay.
Return to base.
Yeah, C++ was my first coding language back in high school, and it's really fun. Like, you got to do C out and C in for output stream or input stream, or wherever the direction's supposed to go. And then, although now I'm trying to think, the one CN might be like when you open up the window, or it pops up a window to where you can enter text, or it allows you to enter text. Because it's like, please enter your name, and then you enter your name. Oh, affected by your tactical using akimbo. See, I thought there was something else in there. And I was still doing it, but I didn't do a single one. Let's do this one. And then I might call it a night after this round. This guy get 3 more double kills. So. Actually, you know what? Hold on. No. We're going to go hard. But we're going to take a break ski. Let me get some more Jacob Lyle going. Because I'm trying to get... Well, here, let me show you real quick. I'm trying to get Interstellar, which I think I have on one of those guns, but I think that's from Weapon Prestige. No, because that looks different than what I saw. But I have this on a few. I think I saw that on there. Anyways, I didn't earn it, I didn't get it, and I didn't hack it. So, anyways, let's get Jake Jones. This is so funny. I love this song. It's good. And Jacob Lyle, he's really good. He's on the website, myalexryan719.github.io. There's the hype train page. There's the tribute page. There's the recommended content page. And I think everywhere I have one of them, I have links to the other two. So, and the hype train is meant to be like, if you like anything that I do, you go through, and if you get time and if you feel so inclined, you check out all of those people and give them likes. And it's like just instant verification of like, these are my favorite other content creators, go check them out. And that's going to become increasingly important when I do like the Predator Watch stuff, and I catalog all those people, specific videos and stuff, and and concerns and thoughts too. So anyways, we'll play this. I got some Mountain Dew.
The other day, this dude was like, "You need to find your brand, and do you know what your brand is?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't have to pick a genre, and I'm not here to do all that. I'm here to do whatever I want to do. Don't give a damn about your comments, I'ma do my thing. Yes, you's a sucker because you don't ever do the same. Yeah, I got listeners in Mexico, even Japan. I am a simple country boy, at least they understand. Yeah, I got money, I got problems, all of the above. Don't look for dads from your haters, cause they don't show the love. Don't conversate with the police, cause they be up to something. I work too hard for the things that I got, ain't losing nothing. My life's been up and down and up, that's how it goes. I ain't ashamed of my struggles, my man is good for soul. I've been raised up and cut out from a different cloth. I come from too good of people to be here living wrong. Keep your head on the swivel, this world's insanity. I walk around with cash like it's just a grand to me. Them people lurking or starving, whipping they Camry. You'll find me looking out for number one, that is this family. Yeah, I don't know, I just got into it really young, and then once it becomes what you do, you just always do that, when you have the time to do it. Don't give a damn about your comments, I'ma do my thing. Yes, you's a sucker because you don't ever do the same. Yeah, I got money, I got problems, all of the above. Don't look for dads from your haters, cause they don't show the love. Man, trust me, I got game to put me on the map. You want to win, put Jacob in, cause I'm gonna run it back. I started music outside of school and I use it as a way to get through it, to clear my head and keep moving. I had to do it for me, and now I do it for 3. Yo, we've been tied down for 2 years, now we the ones with degrees. This for all my people back home, working harder than back goes. I'ma hit you up when I'm back home, just know that y'all are my backbone. Call me Jake Jones while I'm on this. Jake Jones, I'ma call this. Great flows, I got a harness. Like ooh-wee, it's a hard fist, but not really when you're on the roll. It's tic-tac-toe when we on the road. From head to toe to your beautiful soul, I never let you go, boo. Jake Jones, boo. Jake Jones, 281-330-8004. Jake Jones about to blow, cause Jake Jones about to blow. Thinking the music is their thing. Know that this is a lifestyle and not a dream.
See, I believe part of our responsibility in life is to find out who we are. You were intentionally created for a myriad of purposes. There are many things we can do with our lives, and I think it's our job to find out what those things are and to do them as well as we possibly can, so that we're passing along the right imprint to the next generation.
At Mazda, we know what safety sounds like. It's simply the sound of enjoying the drive. It's why we build every Mazda with proactive safety features, so you can be more relaxed and more aware of what's ahead. It's why Consumer Reports has named Mazda the safest new car brand. Consumer Reports does not endorse or promote any product.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at 2 Mazda.
Says working the dream. But when you have a great partner like Boomer Decor, everything gets easier. We've got job lot quantities of tile, wood, and
Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go and load in. I am back. Sorry for the advertisement. Oh, that's a good song. Maybe we'll play that on the outro in a little bit. So, but for now, we're locked in. I got some yogurt. Starting to fade there a little bit. Gotta be careful. Start to feel a headache or fatigue coming on. Eat some food. I mean, hopefully before, but, you know. Alright, now we've done some ASMR there. Sorry if you're not into that. Here we go. Alright, so yeah, I still need to get like 11, maybe 10, because I think I got one of the... Turn this one hand. So that's effectively the tactical and attack stance. 7! I think I get 7. I am in the realm of 6 or 7. So anyways, through a combination of the Chafee Accord and communal housing, of affordable rent-to-own housing, interest-free loans, or very low-interest loans, which could all be funded by wealthy, eccentric people in the Volun Trophy system for bragging rights of philanthropic good that are not in a cheesy or sleazy way. That would also go far to any victims, forgiving them Is that one of them, maybe?
Securing objective Bravo.
Switching max!
Enemy deployed a counter UAV. I'm taking fire.
I think that was one. Right now I gotta die.
We're taking Bravo. Covering your 6. Objective Charlie secure. Securing objective Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. We've secured the lead.
Oh, it didn't hit yet. I was looking on the mirror. I was like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Too antsy. Oh, I got myself. Up against the container. So anyways, that's how you get world peace.
We've secured 2 objectives.
Oh, please say that this person was affected at least a little bit.
We're taking Alpha.
I'm really surprised I haven't seen it.
Securing objective Alpha.
America, America, double America. I mean, I do. I love my country. So much so that I will argue against destroying it through all this nonsense. And making people's lives crappy. Like, this is supposed to be America. We're supposed to be a great country. We can't be, like, ripping people off and fine printing people to death and giving them, like, horrible deals and stuff. No, we gotta deal in good faith so much that everybody, if they knew about it, would feel good about it. Period. There should be no shadiness in business. The business should be ran by ethics, led by ethics, led by like the principle of how would I feel if this was done to me, or the opposite. You know, like if someone else, like whatever harm this deal is causing, how would I like it? You know. Or if the shoe is on the other hand, you know. If the glove is on the other foot. Just kidding. But if somebody else did it to you, how would you feel? Yeah.
We're losing Alpha.
So, 2? But I think I still have to get like 10 or 11. I don't know. Oh.
We're taking Charlie. Enemies taking Alpha. Hostile SAE incoming. Securing objective Charlie. We hold all
Dropping ammo.
Let's kick
Friendly ammo box
securing
here.
Charlie.
Oh no.
Bloody hell!
Enemy taking Bravo.
I was trying to thread the needle in that container and it did not work. Ah.
Finish it. Securing Bravo. Enemy UAV active.
Throwing power!
Oh no.
Throwing the stun!
We're taking Charlie.
Shoot him in the
Enemy
nuts.
taking Alpha.
Oh.
Counter UAV overhead. Enemy taking Bravo.
There we go.
We control two.
Ah. No.
Coming back! Throwing the stun!
Charlie.
Yeah, please. Hopefully that's one. Ah.
Throwing thermite! Stun grenade out!
Well, there's someone. America, America. Oh, yeah, like I said, I got 2 family members that I know of in Arlington, of my direct family.
Taking Bravo.
And for John Jr. to say that his family sacrificed so much. Like when I'm driving through a cemetery full of dead people that gave their lives and died. Well, actually no, not all of them died like in the line of duty or like during active service, but it's all remembering. Although actually I wonder how the distinction is. Or if there is a distinction that shows like if they were killed in combat or, you know, while serving versus they just served so they're in that cemetery. Not to like take away from being in that cemetery, but and that's still why like, you know, for people that have never served, like no one in Trump's family served. No. Like they stay as far away as possible from war. Like if war broke out, they got the money. Like, so it's like if war broke out, I know where to get several weapons to fight back. And I wouldn't like it. I'd be scared out of my mind and I'd probably die, but my fellow Americans. I do it. Well, it depends. Some people are kind of pricks. No, I'm just kidding. You can't get into like who save everybody when we work things out later. Make it towards a non-lethal solution. A mutually agreed upon solution. You know, and that's the ideal situation. That's best case. Worst case is it's a forced solution. You find money and time and shame and everybody hates you for a while and then blah blah blah. Well, it depends. If it's like a non-violent substance crime, then most of those are actually pretty forgivable. Like even the people that are against legalization of substances, like are mostly, I'm gonna guess, okay with like, well they're trying to get their life together. Let's not punish them anymore. Like let's reduce the sentences. Like, you know, prison time for making choices like that. Like let's try to use like a smaller intermediary step, like a farm, like a hippie farm for like weed and mushrooms. Well, actually, kind of not really. Like, and that Zappy guy, Zappy's organization is doing classes, and I might still do one. I can't wait until I have some money. I'm so broke, and my student loans are coming due. Old Donnie wants my loans paid in. Yeah. Oh, is it? Huh. Let me turn off some things. Oh man, that means it's been grainy this whole time. That sucks. Let's just disconnect this. I'm hardlined in. Sometimes it doesn't really matter. It could also be... Sometimes I'll be like lurking in other people's streams when I'm streaming. Not this time, but... Oh man. We're doing camo grinds. I didn't even get one without one. I wasn't doing that one. What was I just doing? Well, can actually switch to this one. Oh, never mind. It's got it. And that's all for handguns. Let's do the noob too. And then this one. Oh man, I still have to do, I think, penetration kills with that one. Okay, I guess that looks like a different... Oh no, that does look like Interstellar. I mean, that's from a previous gun. I don't know.
Kill them and secure them.
Yeah! Noob tube! Mistakes were made. Got him.
Flash! Watch your eyes! Incoming!
Oh. Well, that was a low quality video then, I apologize. I should be getting pretty good internet. It's still, well, I guess it is getting close to halfway through the month. My kids and I use 1.2 terabytes plus of data every month. It's crazy. I watch there's someone else logged in, so no. Fortunately, I get like a whole like control center where I see all the devices that are logged in real time. Actually, that's a good point because I've been kind of worried about that. I haven't really done that with like the Linux boxes. That's maybe a Kali Linux where it just monitors everything on the network.
Friendly UAV on station.
Really? Let's see how bad it is. I mean, that's just the game, dude. That's Modern Warfare 3. It is washed out. It's meant to be like that. So. I mean, I see it on my phone. It looks pretty, I'll stop it on my phone, though. But on my phone, it looks... Unless it's doing it locally and it's not going all the way up and then receiving it from the Switch, but I kind of think it's the other way. Oh well. Like, is it like unbearable or?
Pick your guts off the floor.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's like I said, like that's how the game is.
Changing mags.
I mean, it might be just how my setting is, but no, it looks normal. Why you hating on my brightness, bro? I'll take us both out. Dude, we went on quite a journey this stream. I talked about all the projects. And realistic timelines. Well, kinda. Started with that. Started with the housing, the rent-to-own, the low-interest loans, the funding from wealthy philanthropic people that want to get forgiveness from their victims for whatever crimes of a certain array. And we talked about predators and holding them accountable, and all the legalities of that. Like, especially now that I hear MySpace is coming back. And so even if just that concept comes back and people are allowed to have persistent bulletin boards of what they're about, what they're concerned about, investigating and stuff like that. Because as it is, like with Facebook and everything, it's just like it auto scrolls and you lose it, you lose the thread, and then it's like keeping it splintered and disorganized like that keeps it from being, well, like in the idea of like solar panels and stuff, for everybody to have their own home setup, for all of it. Oh wait, what time is it now? I'm gonna have a Mountain Dew. We got this Baja Cabo Citrus. Because I had to get 6 12 packs. We talked about that. I used to sell that in a day. And I think I might have freaked out one of my friends on the Facebooks. Because I talked about the fight in Kalaj. So. But I mean, that's what the projects are aimed at fixing. The housing, the affordability of everything, energy production, cannabis and natural psychedelic production, food production. You know. Oh yeah, you know, the aquaponics setups. I mean, even down to the detail, having plans and like business plans too. The clinics. Okay, we gotta get rid of this.
Enemy counter UAV down.
What? Another one. No.
Shoot them, not me.
Oh, and that might have resulted in my death. Where is? Oh, there's 2 of them. There we go. Whew. So, and really, I mean, starting with the gosh, and then if that's successful, moving on to fundraising for community housing, and that's the point when I would approach the Mexican government, probably nationally and for Tijuana, and just see kind of what is possible, and if they, you know, give their approval, they'd have to like work on it, vote on it, or whatever they need to do to feel good about it and approve it. Yeah. And then the money can start going or raising to it, and then the volunteers get experience that they can put on their resume, and so that helps get them into like tech careers, and it helps like with their cyber understanding and education for online safety. So, oh Snoop, don't be doing that. All right, I know it's not. Oh no, an Overwatch. Is it even gonna hit it? Like, oh man, oh, are you kidding? Man, it's so hard to. There we go, maybe. Come on. The whomper.
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Dang it. Alright, change back. Let's get this one.
We've an active field operation.
Nope, maybe not. This one just has to get double kills. So. And actually, if Communal does start getting fundraising, then I could put the first donations raised to Red Key USBs and shipping expenses, send those to people, and then have them reference the guides online on how to wipe a computer, how to wipe a phone, and then how to check to make sure that it's good and wiped. And then just have that openly published on my MySpace. Oh no, I'm probably going to keep my GitHub, but I could probably just put a link to my GitHub website from my MySpace. Actually, let's look that up real quick. Oh, wait. I want to see if I'm actually... Yeah, I still got to get 3 with that, and then I can do the sword. That's going to take a while. That's the tax stand, so that's almost... Like 2? Oh, we'll do this one. Alright, so anyways. But doing the gosh, You could have people donate if they, if they appreciated the volunteers' time, and they would log all their hours, and then there could even be some kind of like scholarship fundraising, because if this is all the youngsters in high school, maybe even middle school, I don't know. I mean, because really it's just like being in a moderated chat with severe penalties. Anybody that like would betray and really you'd have one person presenting, and then they would take questions. You'd have somebody in the audience taking questions, or in the chat. Moderators, like Twitch does. So, big channels, big Twitch channels. But anyways, or webinars. I mean, I got the Mountain Dew. I keep forgetting. But dude, and even old Donald, if he can get every one of his victims to forgive him, every one. Spoilers, some are dead, so he can't be forgiven. But he's on his way out. He's getting old. We gotta fix it for the future generations. Like end predation, or at least drastically reduce it. I mean, there are ways. We gotta hold people accountable for sex crimes. Sex crimes. Sussy makes it sound all not as bad or more innocent. Predation. There you go. Call it. Zay 6-7. It's coming back. It will be. When you were saying it was all washed out, I was thinking it was all like grainy and granular, which I wouldn't doubt, because I checked to like see if things were connected to the internet. You know, I got a couple computers that I worked on, and they all have internet, so. Someone's throwing spears. So much fire. And that's no longer a double kill. Oh! Someone threw a spear at me? That's awesome. Oh no! Oh man. This game is so brutal. Like, I would never want to do this in real life. I killed him with a thermite, or someone. Double kill. That was one. So I just need two more. That was sloppy too. I'm surprised I got it. I shot so long. Yeah. We'll get a UAV. Yeah. Oh, is that three? That's three. That's gotta be three. Yeah. All right. Surrender. Oh man. Just swiping at him. Come on, soul renderer. There it is. Chop his freaking head off. You can do the left trigger and it's a much quicker one. But I wanted to see if I could at least do that once. Maybe twice. No. You gotta be careful because it's interruptible. Like, that is just a quick slash. And then you're off. Only 13 kills. I got it. It's so much. Oh. Run and jump on him. Oh, he's got the spear. Oh man, the spear is pretty sick too. Like, I did the sledge earlier. That was nice. Got it pretty quick. Not like this one though. This one's taking a bit. Man, touche, touche. Stink like a chicken kebab.
X-ray down.
Woo!
The mission's complete. Good work.
GG's. GG's. Yeah. That spear is awesome. Oh no. Did he hear me? They hear me? Oh man. That'd be so awkward. Yeah. So now only 6. Oh wait, 16? Oh, son of a 16. Oh Jesus. Alright, well I gotta switch this up. Let's just go with this one. No, not this one. This one. The Vow. I gotta get 5 operator kills without dying. Okay, I'm gonna need ammunition. Full show. It's gotta be the good. Good. I don't need the optic. I was gonna look something up and I forgot. That's a good one. I just gotta not die. Yeah. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, and I already have 4 of them. 5 kills without dying. So it's gonna do the soul render. Wait, I don't know if I did the soul render.
Eliminate all hostiles in the area.
That has to be from behind. Like running past them, maybe that'll.
We have taken the lead. Flag secure. Kill confirmed.
Throwing thermite. Stun grenade out.
Confirm that one.
What are you aiming at me for? Thermite out. Throwing stun grenade. Took a round.
Oh man.
Friendly UAV operation.
Alright. Gotta get behind.
Friendly cruise missile approaching target.
Thermite.
Kill confirmed.
Oh dang it. Someone else got him before I got him.
Kill confirmed.
Target down.
Oh, I see you over there in the container.
Thermite out! Stun grenade out!
Confirm that one.
Enemy sniper eliminated! Shoot them, Buffy!
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Got your back.
We have an ammo box here!
Friendly UAV online. Friendly UAV on
Get him, yeah. Woo.
Throwing stun grenade!
Oh god. I love this level too. It's so trippy. It's so like techno.
X-ray down!
It would be a great place for a rave or a dance.
Friendly UAV online. Confirmed. Friendly SAE on the way. Touch one.
Find us taught!
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
Counter UAV deployed!
Copy. Counter UAV.
And we already have a UAV.
Taking effective fire! Set fire!
Confirm that one. Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Tag secure.
Yeah, off with his head. Alright.
Stun grenade out!
Confirm that one.
Counter UAV is returning to base.
Now, took a round!
Gotta get him.
Touch one.
Alright. Gotta lock in here.
Inbound.
They tagged me! I'm hit!
I mean, they're killed from behind, so I think it's like 25. And then we have like 4.
online. Kill confirmed. Confirmed.
Okay, that'll keep you low. That's from the side. I guess.
Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead. Touch one.
Dang it, let me get behind you. I mean, he didn't see me at all. It was obvious.
Ah, Scheiße! What are you aiming at? Got another!
Confirm that one.
That was a lot. That was a lot there. Yeah, there it is. Oh, 15. Okay. That's not as bad. Alright, now. This one.
Ah, took a round!
Well, if you're gonna let me.
Payback is that bitch!
Just that.
Hey.
Don't worry. Leave the heavy lifting to me!
Alright, so attack stance and tactical.
You're gaining
Throwing
ground.
thermite!
No. Yeah, set myself up for success.
Out! Throwing stun grenade!
3 assists? Get out of here. Alright, at least I have this.
Throwing thermite! Stun grenade out!
Oh, come on. Oh, it's such a set. Oh, no, okay. Well,
We have secured
we'll
the
just do
shield.
another round.
Mission accomplished.
Sorry. Okay. Alright, but yeah, talking about fighting people online. I mean, that's a real... What was I trying to do with this one? Crud. The vow was... five people without dying. That's a little tough. This is revenge. Yeah, just go stab happy. Sniper? That's so out of place.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all threats.
Actually, no.
Don't hold back. We've taken the lead.
I think I might have gotten that one. I'll do revenge kills, but I don't have this stun
The
grenade,
enemy's taken the
so
lead.
that's going to be annoying. And so I need to die and kill the person that killed me. So now I can get a revenge kill. I haven't killed that one. Dang it! That's big.
They're on me! Check fire!
Oh. Dang it.
Friendly UAV on station.
Although now that's more candidates for revenge medal to work.
Come on, Brad, wrong side! Whew. Too close, that one.
Just low blow, no revenge. And I wonder if it's only the last one I killed. That would get kind of confusing. All I can do is just keep killing. Tonight's anyone who's watched Dexter. Oh.
Thermite incoming! Dropping ammo here. Friendly ammo box here. Thermite!
Oh, saw that last second. I thought it was one of the bouncy ones. So I was trying to run fast enough to get away from it, but
Drop the git!
The enemy is gaining ground. Pushing back.
Incoming! Throwing thermite! Incoming frag! Under fire! Ah! Shoot them! You wanker! X-ray
yeah.
down!
Wait, no. Dang, killed like 3 people on their team.
UAV ready to deploy.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Grenade out.
UAV annihilated!
Haha.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
They're gunning for me!
Friendly UAV online. UAV
Kill all of them. One of them's got to be the revenge.
Thermite out! Check fire! You
I mean, that's when this stem is good. But
Thermite incoming! Just off. Thermite! Under fire!
I haven't been paying attention to the whether it says revenge or not, so we'll see at the end. Ah, Merc. Alright.
Taking effective fire!
I waited until I ejected myself and then I stabbed him. Oh.
Getting hit hard.
Hey, a rubber ducky.
Friendly precision airstrike inbound. Friendly UAV on station.
Marked one! Dropping ammo here. Friendly ammo box here.
Counter UAV standing by. The enemy holds
One of those has got to be a revenge. Snip, snip. Alright, I think I might do one more, maybe two. I gotta get ready for bed. I'm getting old. Oh, but yeah, we covered a lot of ground this stream. Basically explained everything. Talked about all the projects, all the possibilities, all the potential. Well, I mean, yeah. I like it bright. And lo upon thee if thee cannot cast the eyes upon... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I would say so because my eyes are getting old, but that's not true. I'm one... Yeah, see, 2 revenge kills. That's not terrible, I guess. I'll just keep doing that. Maybe the noob tube. Where am I at with this one? Oh, this one. Never mind. Tack stance with that. I'm going to do that. I love gold. I'm going to do the Joker one now. All is Joker. Actually, I'm going to turn the fan back on because now it's getting back to hot. And if I'm not careful, the PlayStation will say that it needs to be turned off. So, actually, as I say that, there we go. Oh, just turn the fan on that I have pointed at the PlayStation, which I plan on cleaning it soon. I've just been watching videos on how to do it, and I'm kind of nervous. Gotta be careful doing it. So. Yes, sir.
domination. Capture and keep hold of the objective. Securing objective Charlie. Objective Alpha. Charlie secure. We secure the lead. We're taking Bravo.
That might be one. Yeah, alright. That was easy. The bow.
Take a seat, you git!
Did he die?
We're losing Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. Taking Alpha. Counter UAV ready.
Well, that's that bloodthirsty that I could have used with the other gun.
Enemy securing Charlie.
Requesting recon flyover!
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Missed! They're on me!
Charlie. Enemy securing Charlie.
Might need the magazine adjustment. Okay, so that's one.
Enemy's taking Alpha.
Oh no. Okay. So the name of the game is to survive. Oh, there's 2 of them there, but there's 2 of them.
We're losing Charlie.
Ah,
Switching mags!
Securing Charlie. Enemy securing Bravo. We're losing Alpha. Enemy taking Bravo.
I had to. Did I though? Because I just lost a spree. There's one.
We're losing Charlie. Friendly guys
Two.
down. Enemy securing Charlie.
Loading!
Oh man,
The enemy took Charlie.
that's assist. No, don't kill me.
For me.
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy taking Alpha.
Dang it. Actually, do we have any others? This is revenge kills. Yeah.
Securing objective Alpha. Securing objective Charlie. Enemy
Slice.
securing Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
Spooky dookie.
Enemy currently holds all objectives.
Nah, that was it. That was it. That was revenge. No. So I gotta get CN 666.
Securing objective Charlie. All objectives are under hold. Objective Bravo secure. Enemy taking
Almost
Bravo.
came to a sticky end!
Counter UAV is active. Securing objective Alpha. Alpha.
Shoot them! You wanker!
Enemy securing Bravo. Charlie. Enemy. Enemy taking Bravo.
Change fire!
Securing objective Charlie.
Happy to help, mate!
Enemy securing
Ah.
Bravo. Control 2 objectives.
Oh, again.
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy taking Alpha. Fire. Objective Bravo compromised. Securing objective Bravo. Hostile remote turret is active.
Oh.
Friendly UAV online. Losing Alpha.
Oh. Defense? Oh, defense. I thought it said revenge.
Bravo.
Taking effective fire!
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions.
Dropping down. Friendly ammo
Halfway
box
to
here.
mission complete. Finished. We're taking Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
Stabby, stabby.
Objective Bravo. Hostile moving to ideal position. Enemy taking Alpha. We're taking Bravo.
Alright. Woo. Oh man.
Securing objective Charlie. Securing objective Bravo.
That's
Friendly
awesome!
Mosquito deployed. Hostile cruise missile incoming. We're taking Charlie. Bravo.
Oh, he was aiming for me. He had one of my teammates right there. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Objective Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
Oh man.
We're taking Bravo.
Throwing thermite!
Securing
Thermite
objective
incoming!
Charlie. Objective Charlie. We're losing Alpha.
Thermite out! Under fire! Take a seat, you git!
Friendly
Spooky
UAV
dookie.
station.
Come here.
Enemy securing Bravo.
No. And I gotta go to CN 666070. Is that China? Killed Spooky Dookie, but he was not the revenge.
Enemy taking Bravo. We're taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie.
Taking fire!
Securing Bravo. We've secured 2 objectives.
Oh.
Throwing thermite!
Enemy taking Bravo.
Oh, touche. Touche.
Securing objective Alpha.
Defense defense savior. No, no revenge. Ah.
Friendly Mosquito active. Enemy taking Bravo. We've lost Bravo. We're losing Charlie. We're taking out.
That's what I was looking for, was going into that container. But I did not get it.
Too close, that one.
Revenge! I got it. 39 kills, look at the most. Ah, stabby, stabby. Is that a Santa hat? No, we need to get Halloween first. Ugh.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV online. Enemy securing Bravo. Securing objective Charlie. We control 2 objectives. Enemy taking Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
What was that? 3 operator kills with.
Enemy taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. Securing objective Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo. Hostile UAV in the area. We're taking Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo. UAV standing by.
Oh, boom.
Enemy securing Bravo.
Ah.
We're losing Alpha.
Oh, wait, that's right, I got this
Securing
class.
objective Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo.
Alright. I don't know what that even means. Let's actually hold up, check everything. Yeah, buddy. I get 14 now. Man, I can't believe I was 10 off. I was getting all excited. I was like, oh, 7, 6. No, it's 14. Oops. Sure. While strafing in tack stance with the Ram 7. So, not that. We'll do... do that one. But that's moving sideways with tack stance. Oh, this one might be close. Let's just keep stabbing. Stabbing, then maybe noob tube. Ugh. Yeah, I think this will be my last one, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. Be an old man. I started watching Arrested Development again. It's a pretty funny show. Let's have some yogurt. Stabby, stabby.
Domination.
Grenade!
One. Secure and make tough securing objective Bravo.
Coming back! X-ray down! They're gunning for me! Ah! Shoot them! You wanker!
Enemy securing Bravo.
Alright.
Enemy
Jeff.
taking Bravo.
Gotta kill Jeff. I killed Jeff.
Taking effective fire!
Enemy currently holds all objectives. Take them back.
Now I gotta kill Eden LXD.
I'm on fire from all sides!
We're taking Charlie. Securing objective Alpha.
I got her. Nice.
Securing objective Bravo. Charlie secure.
Contact. Enemy.
We're taking Bravo.
Yes! They're on me!
Ah!
Taking Alpha. We're losing Charlie.
Throwing fire! Oh, run!
Securing objective Bravo. We're losing Charlie. The enemy have captured 2 objectives. Get all objectives are under control. We're taking Bravo. Objective Bravo secure.
Going to fight.
Enemy
Oh no! There it is, waiting for me. There we go. Revenge!
Charlie.
one.
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy target.
What if I got 2 in a row, I wonder? Well, I mean, now.
We're taking Charlie. Securing objective Bravo.
Taking effective fire!
Revenge!
We're taking Bravo.
Ah, it's Jeff again.
Medical.
Securing objective Bravo. Securing objective Charlie.
That
Charlie secure. We're taking Bravo. Hostile UAV in the area. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy UAV standing by. Securing objective Alpha.
Marked one!
The enemy holds 2 objectives. Enemy securing Charlie. We're taking Alpha.
Oh, now I gotta kill
Taking Bravo.
that big guy.
Under fire!
Charlie is
Ah, I got him.
securing objective
That's a revenge.
Throwing
I think.
fire!
Bravo. Enemy securing Bravo.
Counter UAV online. They're blind.
We're taking
Requesting
Charlie.
recon flyover.
UAV is on station. Recon online.
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy taking Alpha. We hold all objectives. Let's head this way.
listening to me.
Oh man. Mr. Clark.
Friendly UAV on station. Enemy taking Bravo.
Grenade!
Securing Bravo. Charlie. Lost Bravo. Securing objective
Fire!
Hostile control. Resecure immediately. Alpha secure. We're taking Bravo.
They're gunning for me!
Oh, okay.
Securing objective Bravo.
Check fire! You absolute nonce!
Securing objective Charlie. We've got half the field. Fight back. We're taking Bravo. We're losing.
Take a seat, you
Charlie secure.
Woo.
Come on, Bravo! Side! Take fire!
Securing objective Bravo. Enemy taking out. All objectives secure. Keep it up. We're losing Alpha.
Mr. Clark.
Lost Alpha.
Thermite out! Check fire! You absolute nonce!
Friendly UAV online. Enemy securing Charlie.
Stab my own teammates.
Taking Alpha. Enemy taking Bravo.
Grenade! Move!
Ah.
Securing Bravo. We've secured 2 objectives. Enemy taking Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. We're taking Bravo.
Thermite out!
Securing objective Bravo.
Dang it. I think I hit the shield. That's the positive side to all that. It's easier to hit with the thermite. She's a bigger target. She's a runner, she's a projectile. Ah. Not by ginger ale.
We're taking Bravo. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Securing objective Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. Objective Bravo secure.
X-ray down!
Charlie. We're taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. We're taking Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo.
Stabbing onto the shield. Doesn't work.
Securing objective Charlie. Enemy securing Bravo. We're
That's
taking
just doing
Bravo.
drugs. There we go. Ah.
They're on me!
Now I could actually use it. Oh.
Securing objective Bravo.
Dropping ammo here. Friendly ammo box here.
We're taking Bravo. We control Bravo.
Oh, up now!
Enemy taking
Side, you
Bravo.
nonce!
Securing objective Alpha. Enemy UAV active. We've lost Bravo.
Stab, stab. That was it. I think that would have been a revenge. Oh.
Taking a big fire! Come on, Bravo! Wrong side!
Pop, 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 pop.
Bravo
Alright.
secure. Enemy securing Bravo.
No.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Taking fire!
Objective Bravo is compromised. We're taking out.
You have it coming, tosser. First one!
Yeah, there we go. There's another one. Alright, so
Bravo.
I don't know what that one was. This one was kill. Alright. 5 people.
Check
without dying. Okay. 2 more. Oh no. No. No, dang it. Alright. Wait. Yeah. Woo.
Mission compromised. We failed.
All right. It's me. Ugh. Alright, with that, well, we'll check the weapons. I'm so sweaty. Oops. Priceless. Alright, so now I just need 13 more. So this we can go ahead and change out. I think I have this. Yeah. I might as well just make sure. Okay. I mean, I got all these today, I'm pretty sure, with all those. Not the karambit. But that one has it. I know this one does, but just for sake of proving it. And then that one we just got. So that's all the melee. Oh wait, except for the soul renderer, which that is done. We got that. Launchers. I think I got the bow and oh wait. Oh, 2 operator kills within 10 seconds of each other 10 times. Actually, you know what? Well, no. I'll do that for next time. I really am getting tired. Plus we're going on what? 3 hours? Jeez, 3:33. Alright, that's a good time to stop. Maybe 3:33 and 33. So, ready? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I will see you in the next one. Yo, Jimbo. And thanks for listening to the projects. And go check out the GitHub website, alexryan719.github.io to see more. Alright, see ya.